What's up, everybody? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Game four. Game four. Bolts are going to take this one. Game four. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. And I see that Angus, soccer ambassador Angus, our first cellar dweller accounted for in the basement. What's going on, Angus? Ready for this one? Got to get the Bolts, man. Got to get it. Got to get it. Got to get it tonight. Go back home. Do what my Knicks did last night. Do what my Knicks did last night. Go in and stomp them out. Went into Atlanta. The Knicks stomped out the Hawks. Stomped them out. Going back home. Going back home to tie to 2. So the Bolts have to do the same thing tonight. Go in there and beat them. Let's go. I understand the Canadian fans are still upset that we won the Stanley Cup over them a few years ago. But that doesn't matter right now. What matters now is us taking it. Let's go. And Angus, by the way, it's good seeing you in first again, Angus. Steve, another cellar dweller, diehard Dallas Cowboy fan in the basement. Yeah, Buffalo took a 3-1 series lead. 3-1 series lead. Wow. Crazy. Hope you're good, Steve. Daniel, thank you. Happy Sunday back to you. Another cellar dweller accounted for. Thank you for always showing up and supporting every time, Daniel. Much appreciated, man. Hope you're well. Hope you are well. 1 second. All right, we're about to get underway right now. I love it. No delays, no nothing. Let's just go. Let's go. Where are you guys? Lamario, another cellar dweller accounted for. Lamario's in the basement. Mario, yes. 1 win away to the second round. I got to be honest with you. I thought Boston was going to give more of a fight. I really did. Crazy, man. Crazy. I thought they were going to give more of a fight, but here we are. Here we are, man. You're 1 win away. 1 win away. But the players can't think that way. It's got to be one game at a time. You know that. The players definitely cannot think that way. This has been insane. This would be like the New York Jets starting 1-4 and then making the playoffs, going on a crazy run and then making the playoffs. That's how crazy that run has been for Buffalo. Buffalo, I think, was like 11-15 within a game or two, 11-15 around December 7th. And it's been insane since then. Wow. Tony, first Aussie dweller accounted for. Tony's in the basement. What's up, Tony? What's happening, man? Steve, go Habs, go. We will take this 3-1. Unless you don't. We'll see. Am I invisible today? No, you're here. We see you. We see you. Good stuff, Tony. They're just getting underway here at the Bell Center. Back home on Tuesday. That's where you got to wrap it up. That there, Lamario. Boston being the more experienced team, if they take that one in Buffalo and go back to Boston, you got to wrap it up there. You got to wrap it up there. You know, just being Buffalo, I got to go for Buffalo over Boston. I don't go for any Boston teams. I don't want any Boston teams winning. So we'll do that. Raleigh, OG cellar dweller and Marine Corps resident in the basement. What's going on, Raleigh? I was going to be on last night for the Knicks. Knicks smashed out the Hawks. Everybody said the Knicks were done because they had one bad game against the Hawks in Atlanta. They showed them who's boss last night. Atlanta cannot answer for the big men that the Knicks have. They can't answer for them. They can't answer for them, period. They have nobody inside that can cover Cat or Mitchell Robinson. Cat had a triple-double last night, Raleigh. We went in there and smacked the Hawks all around the court. Coming back to New York, series tied at 2, and that's what they should have been doing to this team all along. So, boom, boom, boom. Raleigh, yes, I just read both of yours at the same time. Raleigh, I will be on for the next Knicks game and from here on out. Some Knicks fan I am, I had no idea the game started at 6. So I turned the game on at like 7:15, like assuming that, they do that 10 minutes of talk beforehand. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's almost the end of the second quarter. I didn't know it started at 6. Crazy. Been watching a lot of football. Nice. A lot of footy. Yep, I got to catch up on that. This is the busiest time of the year for me, Tony. So many sports going on. Baseball's been on the back burner. NASCAR's been on the back burner. The playoffs is taking over everything right now for me. But that's all right. We got the whole summer for footy, soccer, basketball. Baseball. No, there's plenty of time for that. I do this every year. Just like I didn't expect the Sabres to play at 2 o'clock in the afternoon today, but I still turn it. It's crazy, man. Oh, I mean, they have so many playoff games. They have to go with what they feel is going to draw the most the ratings, the primetime ratings. Now, it's Montreal. That's going to get primetime ratings. Tampa Bay, probably not. But because it's Montreal, they're going to get the prime time. Period. That's just the way it's going to go. Boston's a huge team, huge market. They're not going to get it over Montreal. So these games are going to be the top market games. Tampa Bay, Buffalo, if they meet, that should be a primetime game because of all the hatred, all the fights, all of it. Steve, Atlanta home performance. It was shameful, dude. And I'm not just saying it. Steve, you're not even a Knicks fan, right? You're saying it unbiased. Atlanta got bounced around that court, man. That's what the Knicks should have been doing all along. My cousin and I sitting here were talking about that. Family talking about that. The Knicks should be playing the inside game, not going to Brunson. They can't. Atlanta has no big men. Cat had a triple-double. Why? Because they have no answer for Cat. None. Vasilevsky's playoff career, 68 and 52, 2.45 career goals against average, and .917 with 7 shutouts, .917 save percentage. It's 118th straight playoff start. He's a little bit getting long in the tooth right now. Tampa has, Vasilevsky, it's not easy for goalies as they get older. But here we go, puck drop, underway. Andre, another Sellers Weller accounted for, newfound hockey fan, Lightning fan. Let's go. We need a win tonight, Andre. We definitely need a win tonight. Because if it goes 7, the final game will be in Tampa, but they can't walk out of here down 3-1. Montreal has been playing great hockey, and Tampa needs to score early. They need to score a couple and quiet this crowd. That's what they need to do, get the crowd out of it. They have plenty of experience on the team, but we'll see. Tony, I did watch that one. I got up in the morning and saw my Lions, man. That was great. By the way, guys, I only got one wrong in the tipping. One wrong. Port one. There's Stella coming over to say hello to everybody. Hello. Say hi. There's Stella saying hello to everybody. I hate the casual fans, Steve. Us diehard fans are the real fans, Steve. Us diehard fans are the real fans. The ones you're talking about, I can't stand them either. I'm with you on that one. They wouldn't even know half the team. I bet you those guys wouldn't even know who's coming off the bench, Steve. I agree. I'm with you on that 100%. I can't stand those fans. I'm with you, man. Shoot it all right in front of the net. I'm with you all day on that, Steve. Those are casual fans. I guarantee you they couldn't tell you the starting lineup that the Knicks had just 4 years ago. 5 years ago when they played the Hawks in the first round. I bet you they couldn't name one player in that starting 5. Not one. If they say they're diehard fans, there's no way. There's no way. They're all casuals. I know who you're talking about, that stupid crowd that's outside of the Garden and marching all around town. I'm with you, Steve. I'm with you. So even you could say unbiased that the Hawks looked terrible last night, and that was great. The Knicks had to wake them up and let them know who they're playing. Colorado's 5 minutes away from – yeah, I expected that, Lamario. It's kind of like OKC against the Phoenix Suns. Did anybody really think the Kings were going to do anything? Or the Suns against OKC? No. We all knew they weren't going to do anything. Hold on, guys. Stella? Yeah. Good girl. Stella. Come on. Good girl. Yep. I saw that coming. Nobody expected the Kings. Maybe a game, maybe. Making dinner, shepherd's pie, and watching MLS. I didn't see any MLS this weekend, Angus, but don't tell me the Red Bull score. I'm going to check that game out tomorrow. You picked Essendon. That's the reason Bond says he's in the bottom of the tipping. He said Essendon kills him every week. I have a hard time picking Essendon. Maybe I would take him over Richmond. Maybe I would take him over somebody like Richmond. That would be a tough pick. Or maybe I'd take him over the Eagles. Port Adelaide won. I didn't see that coming. They won. So that's the only game I lost. It's the only one. Tampa Bay still 1:50 left on the power play. Let's set this game off right and score. Being Johnny Obvious right now. Let's set it off and score. Braden Point bringing it up. Cross the blue line. Back over to Gensel. Shoot it. Just shoot it. Come on, Hagel. Wide of the net. Another shot on by Gensel. Back to Kucherov. Somebody put it on net. Come on, get it in there right in front of the net. Get it in. Get it in. Kick back out, but we still have control of the puck until we didn't right there. Let's see. Knicks play Tuesday at 8 o'clock. That's the next time the Knicks play. I thought they were on at 7:30 yesterday. I don't know what I was thinking. Some diehard fan I am after that whole speech I just gave. They were starting at 6. Who knew? Another shot. 51 seconds left. Saved by Dubas and that Dubas is making, that shot right at him. Okay. He held on to it there. They are relentless right now. They got to get one in there. Angus, let's go. Stella, boom, 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 boom. Oh, expect I don't want to put up more of a fight against Carolina, but I guess I was completely wrong about that. Carolina is the biggest team that's not being spoken about. And it's probably because they, for whatever reason, lose in the playoffs, but they are the team that is not being spoken about that could surprise a lot of teams. Here comes Kucherov now, Braden Point. 28 seconds left on the power play. Come on, Gensel. Just, you guys already know it's a broken record. Risky pass. Good save by Dubas. That was a really good save. I got to give him credit on that one. Wow. It looks like they're going to kill this penalty off. They're going to kill it off. Wow. They handled a whole lot of pressure right there. Stella, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, she's everywhere. She is flying everywhere right now. I have her in the aviary over there. She'll be flying over here shortly. Thank you, Angus. I'm going to watch that tomorrow. There's no playoffs on tomorrow, so I'm going to watch my Red Bulls replay tomorrow. Stella is soon enough. She's a little over 1 year old. Soon enough, she'll give us the boom, 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 boom. I was hoping the Senators would put up more of a fight, but yeah, whatever. Carolina's just a sneaky good team for whatever reason. A couple years in a row, they couldn't beat the Rangers in the playoffs. Last year, they made the conference finals, couldn't beat the Panthers. The Panthers were like, but I mean, that's like the defending champion. So it's not like that. I don't know what to figure with Carolina. I just don't. But don't sleep on them. My son moved the house on the weekend, and now he lives next door to the Gunners. Wow. Nice, Tony. That's nice, man. You get tickets. You should be able to get tickets and be friendly neighbors with the owners there. 15:25 left in the first period. Get it out of there. Good stuff. The puck was just floating around in front of the net. Yanni Gord. Oh, that was almost offside. Gonzalez moving up. Gord. Oh, my gosh. It was not a huge open space. On ESPN, guys, for those that don't know, hopefully it's on national TV, and you guys in Australia can check this out. Like, it's been on national TV lately. This game is going exactly like every other game. Both teams are intense. I think tonight there's going to be no overtime. I think we're going to have a good Someone's going to have a solid win by 2 goals tonight. Hopefully it's Tampa. We'll see. Tampa has 3 shots on net already. Montreal has 0. But again, the important number is they both have 0. The first 3 games total has been tied for 69% of the first 3 games. Both teams have been in a tie for 69% of the 3 games combined. That is crazy. Oh, come on. We're in their area again. Picked off? Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. All right. Well, kind of was. Sent back to Tampa zone, bringing it back up. Big hit. No, not really. I'll take that back. I thought he was going to bounce off the boards, but he didn't. Good pass. Hold on, Andre. I'll get to you in a second. Montreal bringing it up. Got a 2-on-1. Saved by Vasilevsky. Save Vasilevsky. I don't watch the draft, Andre. Believe it or not, I'm not a draft guy. I'm just not. I think it's overhyped. I get excited if the players become good. I read up who the Jets drafted, but I don't watch college football for starters. But I just feel like the draft is overhyped. It's like watching paint dry to me. So I'm not a draft guy, Andre. I never have been. I never will be. I'll never watch the draft. Plus, the Knicks happened to be on that night anyway. So let's say even if I was a draft watcher, I would have been watching the Knicks anyway. I'm not a draft guy. I just think it's overhyped. And no one can tell me who won or lost the draft except they base it on what they did in college. You can't tell me who's going to do what in the NFL. Right? I'm a Jet fan. I've been through this too many times about, hey, you know what? We're off-season champs. Look at all the things the Jets did. Yeah, Jets, watch out. And then come the end of September, we're like, have no wins or 1 win and been blown out twice. So that's what I got on that, Andre. I'm sorry, man. I'm just not a draft guy. I understand a lot of people are. I'm just not. And Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh got 1, but that's probably all the – if Philly blew a 3-0 lead to Pittsburgh, it's happened. The Bruins blew a 3-0 lead to the Flyers in might have been 2010. You know what's funny is the Bruins were up 3-0 on the Flyers. The Flyers came back in the series, all 4, won 4-3. And in Game 7, ironically, Boston was up 3-0. Just like the series, in Game 7, they were up 3-0 and lost 4-3. That's like you couldn't even write that any better. And Pittsburgh, that's the same thing. Okay. Code, another Aussie dweller accounted for. Code's in the basement. To be fair, the Jets had 4 first-round picks in the 2000s, and they low-key worked. Yeah, John Abraham, Chad Pennington, Sean Ellis. Look how far back you had to go. And that was actually in 2000. That was in 2000. And I think Kyle Brady was the other. Anyway, those were the top 3. John Abraham was a great edge rusher. Sean Ellis was great on the line. And Chad Pennington was a solid quarterback for the Jets. He got injured too much. So we finally do get a good quarterback. He gets injured all the time. But look how far you had to go back for that, Code. To be fair, most of the draft predictions are off and they're wrong. I'm just not a draft guy. I would never watch it. I'll never watch it. It's overhyped. I mean, like the Jets got David Bailey. People, you should have taken Arvell Reese. I said, based on what? How do you know how either guy's going to do in the NFL? Code, do you remember a guy named Vernon Golston? What happened there? Penalty on Tampa. Dang it. Penalty on Tampa. I thought so. Vernon Golston was supposed to be the beast of beasts coming out of college. Look at his numbers in college. You know what he did in the NFL? 0 sacks, 0 forced fumbles, 0 quarterback pressures, 0 interceptions. I'm not kidding. And he started, by the way. He was a starter. And this was going to be like the next-gen linebacker. Did nothing. Did absolutely nothing. Then he went to the Bears and said the Jets made a big mistake getting rid of him. Did the same thing there. Nothing. Look him up, Vernon Golston, and look what he did in college. I just wait till they play the game. You don't know who's going to be what. Shannon Sharp was like a 7th-round draft pick afterthought. One of the greatest tight ends of all time. You just don't know. And I don't know. Watching people get picked and walking up to a podium is highly boring to me anyway. So that's not something I would watch. I just hope that things finally work out for the Jets. That's all. Oh, shot on net, man. That just went wide. 1:45 left on the power play. Just underway here. You're entitled to not watch the draft. Sometimes I Yeah, Andre, it's just not for me. I get the excitement. I get the whole thing, but it's overhyped. You don't see baseball, basketball, or hockey having all this stuff going on. Football just owns everything. It's not what it used to be, the game. I love football still, but it's not what it used to be. It's not even close. But I didn't even watch the draft back then. Save! Another save. Oh, man, come on. Let's get it out of there, guys. Let's get it out of there. I don't even want to go down 1-0. I want us to take the lead at least. Montreal coming up again. One-timer shot. Off net, behind the net. Come on, Lightning. Let's go. This series has been great, regardless of who you're going for. This series has been tremendous. It was 2010. Thank you, Lamario. Right, 2011 was Boston beat Vancouver in the final. What happened? Oh, good save. Boston beat Vancouver in the finals in 2011 in Stanley Cup. That's when Vancouver had the Sedin brothers. Roberto Luongo was in net. They had a good team. But they lost. Tim Thomas, I believe, was the goalie for the Bruins back then. Yep. Thursday night, Lamar, well, the Kings aren't going to come back, but the Kings have actually – oh, the Sharks, San Jose Sharks. How many years was that team like – you know what, Lamario? 40 seconds left on Montreal's power play. Hold on. Hold that. Let me hold the thought for a second, Lamario. I want to see Tampa Bay get out of this. You know what the Sharks were? The Sharks were then what the Carolina Hurricanes are now. A dominant regular season team, can move to later rounds in the playoffs, but for whatever reason, they can't get it done. Montreal's going to have a 5-on-3 for 12 seconds. Yanni Gourde of Tampa tripping. They're going to have a 5-on-3. 2-man advantage for 12 seconds, guys. Goodness gracious. Let's see this egregious. Let's see. That is ticky-tacky. Are you kidding me? That's a cross. Come on. You guys know me. I don't always cry when Tampa gets a call against them. I'm fair. That was ridiculous, man. He barely touched them. Dude on Montreal fell on purpose into the boards. Because if you hit someone from behind and they hit the boards on the ground, on the ice, it's going to be a penalty. But the Sharks, yeah, they finally made the Stanley Cup and they lost to the Penguins. But 7 seconds left on the 5-on-3 anyway. Good. It's going to be right back to 5-on-4 now. We survived one shot of that. Montreal still has a full power play, up one man for a minute 40. Minute 40. I believe MLS with a draft. There is no draft in Europe because players commit to being pro before the university. Oh, see that, Angus? I didn't even know that. I knew about the draft here. I didn't know that Europe didn't have a draft. Minute 25 left on the power play. I didn't know that. I know that the NBA commissioner, it's kind of an interesting idea. So teams can stop tanking and they can have better games or be forced more, for teams to take the regular season more seriously. Save Vasilevsky. Save. Minute 5 left on Montreal's power play. Is make the college players free agents. Make the college players free agents and any team can sign them. It's interesting take, but it also would be like, and they do have a salary cap. So that's kind of an interesting take. There'd be no order. The players are free agents, and it would be treated like a free agency. That's kind of I don't know how I feel about that. It's not a totally bad idea. It's an interesting idea. Yeah, I get it. That's why soccer, as much as you and I love it, Angus, it's beloved around the world because there's not a lot of other sports going on. Here we have a gazillion things going on. Look at today, for instance. Come on, 50 seconds left. Get it out of the zone. Break it up. Another save by Vasilevsky. They kick it down ice. Look at just today, Angus. You had basketball playoffs, hockey playoffs. The Yankees were on. The Mets were on. NASCAR was on. That's 5 things right there. And soccer. 6 things on today. 6. That's why I said it's the time of year, and there's certain sports to me that take a back seat right now. Another save, Vasilevsky. 20 more seconds to survive this. They clear it down ice. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, the combine is awful. Why do people make a big deal out of being able to run it? Look, a straight line. Another save, Vasilevsky. 3 seconds left on a power play. We all but killed it. I mean, assuming we get past the faceoff, which people have won the faceoff, took a quick wrist shot and scored. It happens. I better not have wished that right now, but wish that into existence. But yeah. How can you base how great someone's going to be that can run a straight line? Or like Zach Wilson. How about that? The Jets were suckered into drafting him because he could throw 50-yard bombs perfectly across his body with no pressure, no pads, no nothing. Just out in the field and just throwing it around. Might be a sellout. Which match is that Thursday night? Steve, most Europe focus on one sport, and that is football because it is the only money comes from sports. That's why most of them fall bad in the Olympics. It's true, Steve. Very true. Look at Manav with India. India is all cricket. It's all cricket in India. Here we have so many sports. Look at that whole number I just ran off, and that's just today. All those sports in one day, how are you supposed to keep up? That's why I told you, baseball, NASCAR, soccer, all of my other favorite sports are on the back burner because hockey and basketball is where it's at right now. The playoffs are on. In the fall, when the baseball playoffs are on and NASCAR playoffs are going, and the soccer, hockey and basketball are on the back burner. Their seasons are just starting. So I catch games if the other things aren't on. So one thing I don't get about drafts, why attitude affects some players, but then other players do stuff like run from the cops and go at pick 1. Baker went number 1 overall in that draft. You're right. He didn't start out great either, but he went to the Browns. Then he went to the Panthers. Wasn't that good there. Was decent on the Rams. And then he went to the Buccaneers where he's become really good. But again, I don't know. I don't get it. But, people have the mock drafts and like Fernando Mendoza is, the Raiders are going to be saved. Well, they started to build a line. They might be a lot better. Good landing. Good landing, baby. Yep. So we'll see. Well, there it is. The Avalanche have officially swept the Kings, and Anze Kopitar is retiring, who's been in the league about 500 years. So, yes, they've been officially swept. You would be correct. In 2010, Chicago beat Philly in the Stanley Cup. Yep. That's right. Chicago Blackhawks with Patrick Kane and Jonathan Toews and Seabrook and Corey Crawford and net. They had the mini dynasty. They won in 2010, 2013, and 2015. 2015, I know because they beat the Lightning in 2015. Yankee Kyle, another cellar dweller accounted for, a diehard Yankee fan. Yankee Kyle, the 8-game winning streak is over today. But, man, what a winning streak. What a winning streak. So, good stuff. But good to see you as always, Yankee Kyle. Yeah, the officials are definitely Montreal fans, that's for sure. I know, it's really annoying, right, Stella? Really bad, but they are. Seems to be. She's going to come right back in 2 seconds. Watch. See, she's setting up. If I sit sideways, it kind of throws her off. Nope, not really. Manav, OG cellar dweller and cricket ambassador. Manav's in the basement. What's going on, Manav? What's happening? All right, back at full strength. Montreal has 8 shots, most of them coming on the 5-on-3 and 5-on-4, and Tampa Bay survived all of it. Another shot on Vasilevsky. Bounced around the back of the net. 8 minutes left in the first period, stoppage of play. Went to eat Thai food today in Pasadena, which was very bad for lunch. No, really? No flavor? No, Stella, let go. Let go. Thank you. I don't think NFL cares about players' personal life no matter what they did. Oh, that's a whole other talk show, Steve. They don't. Depending on how big the player is. How big the player is. Yep, how big the player is matters what's going to happen to him. Thai food ain't Thai when it's bland. Oh, man, that's horrible, Manav. You had a bad lunch today. I'm sorry to hear that. You hate losing. Oh, Houston losing to the Lakers? Man, LeBron is killing them. LeBron on his own. People, no Reeves, no Luka. LeBron's too old. LeBron, it looks like he's half his age, right? He's 41 doing what he's doing. Absolutely crazy. Let's start a winning streak tomorrow against the Rangers. That's right. Let go. Let go. Let go. Let go. Thank you. Only 2 series in the history of the NHL have ever started the first 4 games of a playoff series going to overtime. So if they go to overtime today, they'll be the 3rd team ever to do it, the 3rd matchup ever to do it. What's up, Manav? That's right. That's right. That's right, Angus. Yep. They say as they start getting older, they get more flighty, they get more personable, and, there she is. And I spoil her, so she wants to be around me 24/7. I get it. And she can make the full flight landings now. That's a good one, Angus. I like that. Oh, losing to Houston. Yeah. I know you're talking about because I'm so in NBA and NHL mode right now, Lamar. That's where my brain goes first. Yeah, you know what? They beat Houston yesterday, though. It's fine. We swept the Red Sox, who are terrible. Boy, it's funny. The Red Sox, Sonny Gray, who used to pitch for the Yankees, and Wilson Contreras came to Boston. We're here, the Yankees. We're the Yankees. That's what they said when they signed here. Signed for Boston. They're talking crap about the Yankees. Funny, because when players sign with the Yankees, nobody talks about Boston. Oh, we're here to beat the Red Sox. They don't, because nobody cares. They're an afterthought. We don't think about the Red Sox. It's more of a rivalry to them than it is to the Yankee fans. So I always find it funny when they sign players and those players first thing to say. And look how that played out. Sonny Gray's on the injured list, and Wilson Contreras, they've done nothing. They've done nothing. So, but it's just weird to me how Red Sox sign players, and those players, not all of them, but a lot of them, they talk about the Yankees right off the bat. People sign the Yankees, they don't do that. You hear Cody Bellinger talking about the Red Sox when he signed with the Yankees last year or even re-signed? No. Texas, another cellar dweller accounted for. Texas in the basement. It's Kyle, what's up, what's up, what's up? Good having you in here, Texas. I'm doing air traffic control. Stella, don't break the marriage ring. Get it in there, get it. Dubas with another save. Lightning, I'm telling you. Both teams are all over the nets. Both goalies are playing really well right now. Really well. Everybody's saying what's up to each other. I'm going right down the row. Manav. Yes, they did. Is it all Cora's fault? No, but he's a cheater. He shouldn't have been allowed back in the league anyway. Him and AJ Hinch, they should have never been allowed back in the league. You know why they were? Because they're great guys. They really are. They're really good guys. They're personable with the media. They're personable with the fans. It's the personality checklist. If you pass that, the league won't come down as hard on you. And you'll get in the Hall of Fame right away, even if you failed tests. That's the problem. It's a personality checklist out there. Brandon Hagel. Back. Shoot it. Radish with the shot. Braden Point right on the corner of the net. Back to Kucherov. Shoot it. I love it, though. You're at least shooting the puck instead of passing it around 500 times. I know, Stella. It's true. I really don't know what the legacy Katie will have when he retired. I don't know either, man. He's obviously a great scorer. He was a great player of his era. I've thought it funny whether people hate LeBron or not, which is weird why people hate him. But anyway, regardless of all that, there was a point in time people saying KD was better than LeBron. I'm like, yeah, no. KD, look what happens when the other stars aren't around. KD cannot carry a team. He goes to teams that are already built. Like going to the Golden State Warriors, come on. But that to me begs a – we're at a break right now, 6:10 left in the first period. That begs the question to me, how come baseball gives their players a pass? Ohtani was on a bad team, the Angels, for a long time. Regardless of how great he played, they never made the playoffs. He went to a loaded team that could win a World Series even without him. They won a World Series before he got there anyway. Why do these players get a pass and they get celebrated? Freddie Freeman, they all run to this team, this loaded team, and they all get a pass. The fans may hate on him, but the media doesn't. The media hated on LeBron. They hated on KD. Oh, these guys go to stacked teams, and we can't stand this. Baseball players do it, and it's celebrated. Oh, they practically begged Ohtani to go to the Dodgers, the media and everybody. Please go get a ring. Find another team. You'll never win with the Angels, so on and so on. How come that doesn't happen in baseball? The fans can hate on him for being a loaded team. I'm talking about the media. They are their darlings. They can't do anything wrong, and they're on loaded squads. You took Freddie Freeman off the Dodgers, they still win a World Series. You took Ohtani off the Dodgers, they had one World Series. So why do they get celebrated and these players get hated on? Doing the same thing. Let me know. We are supposed to get severe weather around midday tomorrow, Texas. Hope you are well. Oh, boy. What are you getting, tornadoes or something? How bad is it supposed to be? Andre. Hold on, Andre. 5 minutes left in the first period. Still 0-0. This has been one crazy, great, intense series. The Tampa really needs to win this game, being totally Johnny Obvious right now. Brandon Hagel bringing it up. Pass back. Shoot. Dubas. Great save. Floating around in front of the net. Oh, my gosh. One of the Montreal players literally threw his own body in front of the net because there was no goalie there. Wow. Great heads-up play by whoever that was on Montreal. I didn't catch the number. Dubas came out of net making a save, leaving the net wide open, and a Montreal player threw his body in that zone. Wow. 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 Wow, that is crazy. This series is nuts. Sometimes I see the puck go airborne and I see the players. That's allowed. You're allowed to. It's kind of like this, Andre. You're allowed to bring it and guide it down. You catch it like this and then throw it somewhere else. That's a penalty. You cannot forward. You cannot hand pass the puck. You can catch it and bring it down. It has to be brought right down. You cannot catch it. You can't even hold it. You can't catch it and hold it. You can just kind of bring it down. Exactly how you asked it. Yep. That's all you can do, Andre. Peter Puck. Not that I know of, Angus. That's Peter Puck. That's like the early 80s, right? 70s, 80s? Peter Puck. Wow. Whew. That came out of nowhere, Angus. We're really showing our age on that one, man. We are showing our age on Peter Puck. Man, that was some mess that Montreal just survived. I mean, like, that could have easily gone in. It's just, wow. There you go. He explained it way quicker and easier than I did. You can knock it to yourself. Right. Lamario, right. Speaking of pretty much what we just said. You can, but you can't. You can't forward it. Gensel right in front, but didn't get a clear shot off. He was going too fast in front of the net. Tampa Bay is all over their zone right now. I feel like a goal is coming. Kucherov in front. Gensel, bad pass. 2:48 left in the first period. Yankee Kyle, I always appreciate you, brother. Always appreciate you doing that, man. Really do. Right, and you know what? The KD, I agree with that statement, Steve. And the KD defenders say it's not like he played. No, he didn't play bad in the series. He was what? I think he won the MVP twice, did he not? So was he bad? No, but he was on a loaded team. And he went to the team he couldn't beat. You want to know something? Another shot on net. Man, Tampa is all in that area. All they're missing is the goal. Montreal gets it out of there. 2 minutes left in the first period. You know what, Steve? Yeah, that was the team they couldn't beat. And he went to that team. You know, if he wanted to resurrect the team, he should have got – he went to the Brooklyn Nets. He didn't go to the Knicks. Why? Why didn't he go to the Knicks at the time? If he wants to be the next LeBron, he didn't go to the Knicks and carry them anywhere. He went to the Nets because in New York, nobody cares about the Nets. Honestly, no one cares. There's way less pressure to win with the Nets than there is with the Knicks. Had KD gone to the Knicks in 2019 when he turned them down and said, nobody wants to play there. Which the Knicks were the Jets of the NBA at the time. He chose the Nets because it's safer. It's safer to choose the Nets. By the way, he was willing to come to the Knicks now this past offseason. Wow, that's weird because the team's already built. But but my question, Steve, is why don't baseball players get the same type of treatment? Ohtani, the media practically begged him to leave the Angels and go to the Dodgers, and it's so we can celebrate you and get all your rings. And he didn't win anything with the Angels. They had Mike Trout. Albert Pujols was a little bit older, but they never made the playoffs. And it's not just him. Kyle Tucker went to the Dodgers. I mean, they all want the ring. Yes, they have the money, but they all want the ring. How come these players aren't getting ripped for going to loaded teams? They do. The fans rip them, but the media pretty much praises it. But LeBron and KD by the way, LeBron has carried teams on his back to the finals with nobody's on his team. He's done it more than once. Oh, here he comes. KD's never done that. When James Harden and Kyrie Irving were hurt on the Nets, he didn't even get out of the first round. 8 seconds left. Montreal trying to get something out of this. Another shot on net. 3 seconds left. Montreal, get that puck out of there. End of the first period, no score. Woo, that was an intense first period, guys. Intense. This is the first scoreless first period in this series, they just said. End of the first period, guys. 0-0. Man, and both teams were like all over the net. Both teams had chances. Joe Expo, another Stellar Dweller accounted for. Yeah, you guys, Buffalo crushed the Boston Bruins 6-1. 6-1. Now you got to wrap it up, Joe. Now it's got to be go home and end it there. Don't let Boston back in it. Don't let Boston back in it. Buffalo is like, I said this earlier, Joe, it'd be like the New York Jets coming out and starting the season in football terms, let's say like 1-4, and then running the table the rest of the way. That would be insanity. Like, that's not even believable. But in December, Sabres were around 11-14, 11-15, and pretty much ran the table the rest of the way. The most historic turnaround. Crazy. I hope we get a Buffalo-Tampa series, but we got to get past Montreal first. Crazy. Good seeing you, Joe. Good seeing you in here, man. Hang out. Stream thunderstorm. Oh, man, that's awful. Let me catch on some of these before I take a break. All the best. Prayers up for you guys out there, man. Prayers up for you there in that Midwest. 17 minutes before we start the second period. That's in this. Oh, yeah, Peter Puck. I remember him when I was a kid. I don't think Peter Puck would ever come back. Hold on. Let me check it out. Let me look that up really, really fast. When was Peter Puck? Oh, there he is. There he is, Peter Puck. When did he actually go away? Hockey Night in Canada in the 70s. Peter Puck made a comeback during the 2007 NHL playoffs. Who knew, Angus? I didn't even know he came back around then. Peter Puck returned to the CBC in Canada for the 2009-2010 season. Well, Angus, August of 23 was announced a new series is in production. The series will feature Peter Puck and his sister Penny Puck. More to come later, I guess. I don't know. Well, look at that. Look what can you opened, Angus. Dallas, Minnesota, and this series is way, way better than any playoff series right now. Really? I haven't watched any of it. I don't know anything about that series, Steve. It's better than this one here. This has been an incredible series for them to top this one. Josh, diehard Carolina fan. Josh, I was bigging up your team earlier, Josh, saying that everybody's forgetting about Carolina. Everybody's forgetting about Carolina. Yeah, the refs are trying to keep the Canadian teams in it. I think so, too. Montreal's playing all due respect, right, before you disrespect. Due respect before you disrespect. But it does seem that way, man. Montreal's playing great hockey right now, but it does seem like they're getting more of the calls. Because that little cross-check, if you're watching, Josh, Yanni Gourde, tapped. I mean, little, and the guy in Montreal, we talk about people flopping in soccer. This guy hit the ice and slid himself into the boards, and it was like, come on, man, he barely touched them. Anyway, Josh, good seeing you in here, man, and controlling your first series against Ottawa. Me too, Manav. Me too. And the Dodgers get glazed over, man. And they're doing the same thing. I don't see the difference. People say, well, one player in baseball is not like one player makes a difference in basketball. Maybe not numbers-wise, but Ohtani does. He pitches and hits. Telling me that guy doesn't make a difference? I'm just wondering why. I'm not hating on Ohtani or Freeman or those guys or Kyle Tucker. It's how come they get a pass from the media and the NBA guys don't? They don't. I mean, LeBron has gone to the finals without any stars on his team. He's done it. 2007 Cleveland Cavaliers had Eric Snow, Drew Gooden. And he didn't have anybody on his team. He carried them. People he lost. Yeah, he lost to the Spurs. Parker, Ginobili, Tim Duncan, Bruce Bowen, Sean Elliott. Yeah, he lost to the Spurs. They weren't supposed to lose that series. They got swept, and they should have gotten swept. It's just weird. That's all. I just love. No one's ever been able to answer the question, including myself. I don't understand why these guys get a pass. It's weird in the three leagues there is a big New York and a smaller one. It's weird how in the three leagues there is a big New York and a smaller one than in the NFL. Giants and Jets are the same popularity. I'd say the Giants have a little bit more fans, but I know what you're saying. It's like in California, man. You got the Angels and you got the Dodgers. The Dodgers got way more fans than the Angels have ever had. The Angels haven't won a World Series since 2002 when they beat the Giants, San Francisco Giants and Barry Bonds. Trying to think. California has a lot of hockey, a lot of sports teams in California. Just like New York, but technically New York Giants and Jets are a few miles outside of the city, which Buffalo fans like to remind us of. They're the only New York team, which technically they are. But there is a lot of sports teams here. There's a lot in California, a lot. So yes, there's a bigger one and a smaller one. So, Code, if you grew up, this is how it usually works. If you grew up a Giants fan, you're a Yankees, Rangers, and Knicks fan. If you grew up a Jets fan, you're Jets, Mets, Nets, and Islanders. That's usually the way it went because those Jets, Mets, Nets, and Islanders all came after the Giants, Yankees, Rangers, and Knicks. So that's usually the way it goes. Usually, not all the time, but that's usually the way it goes. So there you have it. And we don't live in this part of New York anywhere near Buffalo. So if the Jets or Giants aren't on, for instance, they'll show us the Eagles or the Pittsburgh Steelers game before, or a Baltimore Raven game we'd see before they would show a Buffalo game. To make up for the time slot. Anyway, you're going to go to Washington, D.C. from New York in a train. Manav, that's going to be incredible. Have you ever ridden the trains over here before? It's going to be a lot of fun, man. That'll be a lot of fun for you. Oh, man, that would have been amazing. They would have been over the top. If they had gotten Giannis with the team they have now, but they would have had to give up Cat and a few other players to get him. Would you have done that, Andre? Do you think that would have ruined the core of the team? They definitely would have given up Karl Anthony Towns. Giannis doesn't shoot like Towns does. I would take Giannis over him as a player, but you probably would have had to give up Deuce McBride and a few draft picks, and you would have had him. Would that have put this Knicks team over the top? I would think so. Cat has been a huge part of the Knicks in the playoffs, though. He saved them last year, too, remember, in a couple of those games. But can you imagine him on the Knicks? The only thing that worried me is that they were going to trade for him and he would have gotten injured again, Giannis. He's been injury-prone lately. But I can't say, no, I wouldn't want him. Knicks fans think they can get Ant. Why would he leave T-Wolves that always contend for – oh, my gosh, Code, I don't know. Money, marketing. If Anthony Edwards, playing devil's advocate, if he came to the Nets, let's say, and he turned the Nets around and they won a title before the Knicks won a title, do you know how huge Anthony Edwards would be here? You know how huge he'd be in New York? If he brought a title to Brooklyn before the Knicks won a title? There are reasons why certain superstars come to New York teams and ones that are bad. Certain reasons why some do. If they could turn that team around. Look at Mark Messier. Mark Messier had 5 rings. 5. When he came to the Rangers, who hadn't won in 54 years. Hadn't won. Came to the Rangers and took some abuse in the beginning. They didn't go to the playoffs very far in his first few years. When he won that Stanley Cup and brought it back to the Rangers after all that time, do you know that he's recognized more for what he did for the Rangers for the 1 ring than he's recognized for his 5 rings with the Oilers? Do you know why? Who played with him in Edmonton? Wayne Gretzky. It was Wayne Gretzky and Mark Messier. And Yari Curry and a whole bunch of other great players on the team. So when Gretzky left and got traded to the Kings, Messier won a 5th title. One without Gretzky on it. But people said, oh, yeah, but he had all those great players on the same team anyway. He came to New York and took over as the leader, the captain. He got keys to the city. Had LeBron, let's say, not chosen the Lakers and came to the Knicks and brought that ring here, he'd be bigger than he is right now. Because these teams haven't won in so long. You become big in New York. Look at Derek Jeter. Look at these guys, man. They're monsters. Mark Messier came here for a handful of years and brought that title here. Imagine our head coach, Mike Keenan. Mike Keenan, the one who made the decision for the Blackhawks to get rid of Dominik Hasek when he was young, came here. He only coached here 1 year in 1994. He coached here 1 year and won the Stanley Cup and left. But if Anthony Edwards went to the Nets and turned that, or he'd be the biggest NBA player by far right now. That's why some players would take that chance, Code. I hate when media hypes up players that go into – yeah, I know. But they don't do it in the NBA. KD doesn't get the – Ohtani pretty much did what KD did. You went to a team where you could win. It's Manav. That's pretty – but he gets celebrated for it. He gets celebrated for the same thing that Kevin Durant doesn't get celebrated for. And KD cannot carry a team like LeBron does. That's why I never understood when people said, oh, KD's better than LeBron. No, he's not. It's not even close. It's not even the same topic. It's not even in the same stratosphere that he's as good as LeBron. Shooting-wise, okay. But what about everything else? Can he play every position at an all-star level? Can he carry a team, put him on his back, and be that true leader? No. And I'm just going off what he hasn't proven. Guys, I'm running through these quick. I got to take a quick break. We got 7.5 minutes before the game comes back on. Manav making pizza for dinner tonight, Wayback. Is Wayback in here? Ozzy Dweller, Wayback. I went right past you, man. Sorry, man. My bad. Ozzy Dweller accounted for. Wayback's in the basement. Wayback, before you even had a chance to ask, Manav jumps the shark and gives it to you, making pizza for night. What's going on in that pizza, Manav? What toppings are you putting on it? Yes. Oh, I doubt that, Texas. I think he would dominate. Think of the players he'd be going up against. Bill Laimbeer, Rick Mahorn. You see the size of LeBron? LeBron would dominate mostly all of those players in the 70s and 80s. Those guys, most of those guys in the 70s and 80s wouldn't be playing today. They'd be on the bench today. You think Bill Laimbeer is on his starting team in the NBA today? And Rick Mahorn? These were Michael Jordan's in the 80s biggest guys that he had to play against. Of course, the era was different, but you want these size of these guys playing in that type of league? They'd be hammering people. Put Zion Williamson in that league. LeBron would dominate a lot of those guys, man. He is a super freak athlete. I'm not doing the Jordan LeBron thing. I'm just talking about LeBron as an athlete. He would crush a lot of those guys. There's no way that they would be defending him. And he's huge, man. He drives lanes. I don't agree with that one, Texas. I don't agree with that one. LeBron would be crushing it against those players back then. They don't even have the talent that these players have today. I'm not talking about the greats. I'm talking about most of their competition from that era. Most of the competition from that era wouldn't be dominating LeBron. He'd be dominating them. He's just too big and too athletic and play every position at an all-star level. Most of those players, I could name a lot of players from back then that wouldn't even be playing today. Now, on that note, I'm more of an old school guy. I hate the way that they take defense out of leagues, Texas. They've taken defense out of football. They've taken it out of basketball. A little bit in hockey, not much, but a little bit in hockey. And they've taken, baseball is pretty much still the same for the most part. But they've taken defense out of these leagues because they want the casual fan in and they want the players scoring more points. The goalie, I think they shortened his a few years ago. They took the wideness of the pads down a little bit. So it'd be a little bit more scoring. But the defense today, they don't let them play defense. You can't hand check anymore. You can't bash people. They can't do what they did back then to Michael Jordan. He admitted he had to start bulking up. He had to get in shape because they were beating him up. LeBron, at the size he is, would have been running over Laimbeer and Mahorn. Now, I bring up these guys because that was Jordan's biggest problem, was getting past the Pistons. Because which they should have. We're going to take Jordan out of the game. Let's see if the rest of your team could beat us. Because they knew Jordan was the greatest. They knew that. LeBron, being the size he is, would have been trampling on those guys. That's the way I feel. It's kind of like safeties today, the size of the safeties today in the NFL would probably be linebackers back in the 80s. Would the 85 Bears be undefeated today? Would they? Probably not. These running backs are the size of linemen, some of them. Look at Derrick Henry. But back then you had big guys. Earl Campbell, John Riggins. I mean, these guys' legs were insane. But I loved it because you could make tackles back then. On the other hand, the Premier League has 7 teams from London. 3.5 minutes, guys. I'll be right back. I'm pretty much caught up way back. Sorry, distracted players. You guys are talking to each other, talking about food. 7:37. Good to be back. You missed nothing. You missed an intense period. Besides fighting, everything else has been the same. 7:37. Welcome back to the basement, man. Good to have you in here. And while you do that, I am going to I'm going to leave it on that one right there, 7:37. So everybody can say what's up to you. I'll be right back, guys. Give me 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Let me put this on second period. What am I doing? I'm doing that. We're back. Just underway here. I missed nothing. I knew I'd get back in time. Well, that was a fast 17 minutes. Oh, there's a penalty coming. Was it coming to who? Somebody got laid out. I didn't see it. I just came back downstairs. Hold on. Let me watch. Oh, Anderson boarded McDonough. Now that's a penalty. That's a real cross-check in the back. So 7:37. Great to have you back in here, man. Glad you showed up. The 90s was more of the era that we have now. I just believe at LeBron's size, he could play in any era. But I hear your point, Steve. I can believe he could play in any era. The guy is a freak of nature. I'm not talking GOAT status and all that, but the 90s was more when the league really came into its own. I wish the rules were still the way they were back then. The 90s was a better era than the 80s by far. The 90s was probably the best era of basketball, of pure offense, defense. Who had a harder time during that time, the 90s? A lot of great players in the 90s. A lot of great players. I think he could survive in any era. 7:37, intentional, increased. But guys, why is Ohtani and baseball players given a pass? Does anybody have an opinion on that? Why are these guys given a pass for the same things that the big three? I know the NBA doesn't have such a big three thing anymore, but at the time, and LeBron, by the way, guys, did not start the big three. How about Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen joining up with Paul Pierce to win a title with the Celtics? That seems to be just swept under the rug. Swept under the rug. Ray Allen and Kevin Garnett joined Paul Pierce, and they won a title in Boston. They were the first of this era to do that. Remember, Barkley teamed up with Rodman and Clyde Drexler one time to do something. But Tampa Bay, minute 20 left on the power play. Anyway, the whole point of the question was not to get in the whole basketball conversation. The point was, why do the baseball players get a pass for joining super teams? Pepperoni only. Well, that's good enough, Manav. That's good enough. Pepperoni only. It sounds great to me. He says that what's on pizza, that rock lobster pasta would be a good. That'd be an interesting topping, Texas. 43 seconds left. Montreal has been killing off this power play. Been killing it off. Where's Bruin and Gunner tonight? Where's Bruin and Gunner? Staff Sergeant Thomas, if you are listening, we are praying for you and hope you're doing well. We hope we hear from Mr. Marine. We really hope we hear from him. I really hope that everything's going well if you're listening. And Victor, wherever you are, I see you posting stuff, Victor. You need to come back to the basement, man. But at least we know Victor's okay. I do see on his page that he is posting things. Gonsalves lost the puck. You're going to drive the net. You got to have the puck with you there, Gonsalves. Come on, man. Back to even strength. So Montreal's killed off the power. Both teams have killed off power plays. All right. Chicken and pineapple. Pineapple, that's interesting. I got to admit, I never had pineapple pizza before way back. It's got to be a different experience of flavors there. All right, I have my hat backwards the whole first period. I don't believe in any of this stuff. So now I'm going to turn it forward and see what happens this period. Pineapple is good on pizza. Don't ruin my delicious. Wait a minute. Pineapple is good on pizza, but don't ruin my delicious pizza. So is pineapple good or is it ruining it? You lost me on that one. Pineapple with egg and olive. Pineapple with egg sounds very good. I'm not an olive guy, but the first part of that I like, Texas. Ryan McDonough is in his 200th career playoff game. Started with the New York Rangers, two-time Stanley Cup champion with the Lightning. Went to the Predators and thankfully got off that team and back here. I wish Stamkos would come back for a year. I know he's older. But Stamkos will always – he's going in the hall as the Tampa Bay Lightning. Flyers at Penguins Monday at 7. Now, see, Philly losing that one. Now you got to go back to Pittsburgh. If they drop another, then the pressure turns, I think. The pressure turns to the other team. Stubel is all over Kucherov. They're all in the corner fighting for this puck right now. They finally have to have a face-off. Ham with egg. Oh, there you go. Let's go. Brandon Hagel. Strubel trying to start a fight with Hagel, man. You better watch it. Better ask your boy Slavaski what it's like to fight Hagel. Slavaski was funny because he was admiring his own punches when he was hitting on Hagel. He was like admiring his punches, and that's like a huge mistake. Because, I mean, Hagel just timed the next one and then right crossed him and dropped him. It's good. Vegemite pizza. Oh, my gosh, I forgot all about Vegemite. Wow. Tony, I did not, but I have it in my Discord. I'm going to watch it right after this game is over, Tony. I am. I'm going to watch it right after this game is over. To be honest with you, I forgot about it till you just mentioned it now, but I do have it saved. I have it locked in. I will watch it. There's too much going on with me in sports, and you guys know I'll never lie to you. I did not get a chance to watch it yet. But I will. Now that you reminded me of it, I will watch it. 16 minutes left in the second period. And I will also tell you, Tony, and this is really embarrassing for me because I don't normally do this. I forgot to record the Anzac Day game, so I didn't get to see it. I have my Brisbane Lions automatically saved, and I forgot to go back to record the Anzac Day game, and I didn't get to see it. That really sucked because they don't replay them here. If you missed it, you missed it. They don't replay the games here. But I get every Lions game recorded here. So that one, unfortunately, I won't get to see. Okay, you guys are talking to each other. Manav, Tony, Pies, of course. Way back, there you go. I just answered it. I saw the Brisbane Lions, but I automatically record them. Fox Sports here shows every Brisbane Lions game. Every one. I think maybe on a rare occasion do they show other teams over the Lions here. But I sadly forgot to hit record for the other games. And I always try to remind myself to do it. Oh, don't forget, I gotta physically go in there and record it. They show that one here every year, and I did not get a chance to record it, man. So my bad. Braden Point has 157 goals in the last 4 seasons, 7th in the NHL during that time span. Well, we need one here. 15-15 to go in the second period. Montreal in Tampa zone. I don't know anything about that one way back, but I'm sure you're talking to Tony. Montreal in front of the net. Oh, Tampa broke that up, thank goodness. I know, Stella. 7:37. Tampa's getting a hold of that in their own zone. I just saw the stat for Bill Bruins. The Bears. Bruins are getting smoked. I'm really surprised. Not that Buffalo's hasn't been playing great the rest of the year, but man, I didn't see 6-1. Buffalo is on a monster tear right now. A monster tear. Cole Caulfield. Now, this is an interesting stat. Scored 51 goals in a regular season for Montreal. He has 0 this series. Now, let me not jinx it. Corey Perry on the puck. Passes it. Nope. Still has it. Now he passes it up. Pass center ice. This might be an icing. Nope. Dubas stopped it. Back in Montreal zone. Good hit. Stay on him. He's going to hit him. At least get the puck. Oh, by the way, 7:37, I just picked up, you see your mistake there, and I read it that way and didn't even pick up on it. It's Sabres Bruins. Now, that would have been an interesting match, the Buffalo Bills versus the Boston Bruins. And I read it exactly as you typed it. I'm so into this game that I didn't even hit me till just now. I'm like, wait a minute, did you write Bills Bruins? You sure did. It's all right, you're in the basement. That's why that happened. You don't get any lower than where you're at. In the basement. Isn't planned Thursday night. Looks like we have a little bit of a pineapple debate going on in here on pizza or not on pizza. I might have to do a poll on that here in a second. NBA 70s was bad. Only the people who lived during that time will love it the most. 80s was decent, but people hyped it because of the Magic Bird rivalry. The Magic Bird rivalry probably saved the NBA. The Magic Bird rivalry probably saved the NBA. The viewership was down. They brought the ABA back over to the NBA. Dr. J was like the forgotten guy of the 80s. I mean, Dr. J was like, what a dunk machine that guy was, man. He is like the afterthought of the 80s. I know people, he's mentioned a lot, but man, not as much as he should be, right? I mean, Dr. J was like, no one saw dunking like that. It's weird because we're at commercial right now, guys. It's weird because Bill Russell in his 11 rings is given he played against, plumbers and engineers and landscapers. Well, Wilt Chamberlain played in the same era, and he's regarded as the greatest center of all time, or arguably. So how could that be if they're both from the same era? And Bill Russell beat Wilt Chamberlain most of the time. Jerry West had never won an NBA. Elgin Baylor, these guys never won. They never won. But they're considered NBA all-time greats. Now, I'm not saying they shouldn't be. But Bill Russell's 11 rings is kind of, look at the era he played in. So how come Bill Russell's rings aren't respected, but Wilt Chamberlain, who played in the same exact era, is looked at as being the greatest of all time, one of the greatest of all times at his position? Why is that? See what I mean? What the media does? It's weird. It's weird. They played in the same era. And Bill Russell beat Wilt Chamberlain more times than not. We'll look at his numbers, then we go to stats. See how this works? It's very strange. It's very strange. That's why I don't always go on with the ring thing. The ring thing is weird. It's a weird conversation because some count, some don't count. When do they count? When do they not count? Is it because what works for the conversation or what doesn't work for the conversation? So to me, if Bill Russell's rings can't be counted as being great because of the era he played in, then why is Wilt Chamberlain considered one of the greats of all time? He played in that era against the same plumbers and engineers and landscapers, right? Now, isn't that a little strange? I'm on my soapbox a lot tonight, but I'm just saying. I mean, it's something to think about. This series has been tied 73% of the time in the first 3 games combined up to now. They're talking about period by period on average. Manav, Michael Bird versus Larry Bird was an awesome rivalry. Mainly for Bird, though. Bird won all of them. Michael Jordan never beat Larry Bird. Never beat him. But again, the Celtics had the far better team than the Bulls teams had. It's funny because Jordan's teams that lost to Larry Bird and those great Celtics teams, LeBron doesn't get that excuse for being on a crappy 07 Cleveland Cavalier team that got swept by a far superior San Antonio Spurs team. Again, different points for different conversations. It's weird because it's the same thing. It's hard to carry a team versus a dominant, legendary team. Michael Jordan had great statistics in those series. He wasn't going to beat those Celtics teams. But yes, Manav, if you weren't aware, Michael Jordan never beat Larry Bird. He got swept a few times too. But it's the Bulls as a whole. He's not one player, right? But Manav back then, it was really Magic and Bird. That's what saved the NBA. So anyway, anybody have an answer on the Ohtani and Freddie Freeman and why the Dodgers, why the media loves them so much and why it's not considered the same thing? Because to me it is. You're going to a loaded team and you're winning rings with a loaded team. No, Manav, I'm really hoping that we do hear from them. I really hope we do hear from them. I wait every day to hear from them. They made a video game about it. There you go. 737's answering you. You're in the base. The longer you hang out here, you will find everybody in here we call it, you're in the basement. You're in the basement. Everything starts here, man. I made mistakes on here. I can't read spelling, proper spelling. I read it wrong. We all have guys that have been here a long time, we've all said something weird, typed something weird. Don't worry about it. It's best you own it, though, because once we get to know you, we'll call you out on it. I always admit when I tell people I'm going to watch something and I forget, because I just forget. I don't say, oh, yeah, I saw that. No, if I didn't see it, I tell guys I don't see it. I forgot. Or I didn't record something. And I'm not going to watch highlights and then say, oh, yeah, I saw it. No, I forgot to record. But even in my videos, if you watch my videos, when I make a mistake in the video, I just say, we're in the basement. I don't go back and edit out my mistakes. I don't do it. I think that's lame. And I know people do that. I don't do that. If I make mistakes, I don't know everything. If I make myself try to be perfect down here, man, I'm going to look really bad. Oh, driving in. Montreal scores. How did that go in? How did that go in? Wow, that was a great goal. I know, Stella, I'm not celebrating the Canadiens scoring. I'm just talking about how they scored. It was crazy. He was literally getting defended on. He just kept pushing his way in, and scored. Wow, that was some goal. Radish is right on him, and it went right between. I don't know how he scored that. Bolduc just kept pressing in, and it took a bounce right off Vasilevsky's stick. It went right over his shoulder and in, just a freaky bounce, and it went in. That's why I always say rush the net, put the puck on net. Anything can happen. There you go, way back. There you go, 737, way back, who's been with me a long time in here. We're in the basement. It happens. And trust me, it'll happen again. Bill was in Boston back then, the way he was treated back. Yep. Amen. Absolutely disgraceful, Steve. 100%. 100%. 100%, man. Absolutely disgraceful. And Michael Jordan said it himself. If we're talking about rings, it's Bill Russell and nobody else. He said it himself. He has 11 of them. 11. Nobody else. He said that if we're talking rings, that's, he said that a long time ago, but it's true. I mean, if we're just talking straight up rings. For years, I've argued about rings being overrated. A lot of people say that take is crazy. It's not. Yeah, it's not. It's not crazy. It goes right back to this. We're going to commercial right now, guys. It's 1-0 Canadiens on a great goal. I'm a lover of sports. I want my teams to win, but I'm not going to crap on when another team makes a great goal. That was an impressive goal. But he did the right thing. He pushed to the net. He put the puck right on Vasilevsky. Vasilevsky saves it with his stick, but it bounced off his stick. Oh, what is that thing I always talk about? Rebounds. It hit his stick, rebounded right off over his shoulder, and went in. You're not going to have it if you're not putting it on net. So, Dan Marino has 0 rings. Mark Rippon, Trent Dilfer, they have rings. Who are you taking? They're all in their prime. Who are you taking as your quarterback? You taking Trent Dilfer over Dan Marino? Mark Rippon, you taking him over Dan Marino? They got rings. Taking Sam Darnold over Dan Marino? If you're starting a team right now and they're all in their prime, who are you taking? I mean, Marino doesn't have any rings, so you couldn't possibly be taking him, right? That's what I talk about, the ridiculousness of rings. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has 6 rings. He got him with 2 different teams, the Bucks and the Lakers, but you can't count him, apparently. You're not allowed to count him in that conversation. It's not always about rings. Mark Messier has 6 rings. Legend of the game. Wayne Gretzky has 4. Mark Messier won 2 without Gretzky. Gretzky won 0 without Mark Messier. Who are you taking? Who are you taking? See what I mean? Now, those are 2 legendary players. So I'm not big on the ring thing either, Angus. Yes, thank you, Wayback. Let me go in there and highlight these things right now. And I'm sending them to my email, so I will not forget this. Doing this right now. And thank you, way back. Thank you guys for always hanging in, because when I don't talk about it, you guys will be like, Johnny forgot. And I don't forget on purpose. Ask Rock. She'll tell you I forget everything. I forget everything. I really do. Oh, 1 second, guys. Tampa Bay is on a power play right now. Okay. Way back, where'd you put it? Oh, those are beautiful fields Caleb has put up in here. Good picks. Oh, Aaron, there it is. Colbert, I got it. As a matter of fact, at the end of this power play, I'm going to look at it. I'm going to look at the Naughton thing right now. After the power play. Montreal clears it out. Come on, Tampa. You got to score something here, man. You got to. Being Johnny Obvious once again. Yep, go, Palinko. Go. Palinko, just tell me if I'm saying your name right or not. Is it Palinko? Because that's what I'm saying. Gensel with a wide open shot. It went wide of the net. I mean, wide open meaning that he was by himself. Right in front. Oh, man. What's up, Stella? Oh, Al, it's your fault. Another dweller accounted for. Al, another Aussie dweller accounted for. Al's in the basement. Al, so it's your fault? You're admitting it? It's been a crazy series here, Al, as you know. Good to have you with us, guys. Good to have you with us. 50 seconds left. I'm going to watch it, guys, right after the power play is over. I'm watching that Naughton injury right now. Chicago and Jordan fans hate Jerry Krause for being the reason for breaking the team. They don't know he was the reason for the team. That's right, to be there even to begin with. Right. That's right, Steve. Without him, that team would have never been assembled to begin with. You're right. It's a good comment. Good comment right there. She did. Way back, she did, and she had me download it and send it to her. She has it. We're trying to figure out how we can upload it to YouTube. Yes, she really loved it way back. It was great, man. She really did. That one I did play for her. If she jumps on here, she'll tell you herself. But, man, yes, she thought it was awesome that you did that, man. So do I. I'm honored. I really love that song. Just the lyrics are hilarious, man. My tipping may be crap, but don't worry about that. That's one of my favorite lines in the song. Way back, that was awesome again, man. Thank you. And she really did love it. She thought it was so cool that you did that, man. Come on, let's go. 30 seconds. 8:02 left in the second period, man. These are fast-moving periods. Shoot it! Come on, just put it on freaking net. I feel like I'm watching the Rangers right now. That's what the Rangers do. Make 100 passes, and then it gets picked off. Oh, Braden Point, great shot. It'd be even greater if it went in, but it was a nice shot. Gensel with a shot. Oh, we got some pushing and shoving now. A penalty on who? A penalty on Gensel? Oh, come on. What did he do? All right, Manav, drop back in if you want, man. You're slashing on Gensel. Let's see this egregious penalty. I'll tell you if it was real or not. That's a lame penalty. I'm sorry. That's lame. That's lame. He tapped the goalie one time after he saved it. It's not slashing. I would say that even if Montreal did the same thing. That is lame. I hope for justification Tampa scores a shorty on this one. So Montreal is on another power play. 7:35 left in the second period. Al, out of curiosity, I'm at 7:36 left in the second period. What are you at? DM. Okay, I'm going to get that right now. And I'm watching this right now. You sent it yesterday at 7 a.m. my time. Okay, I got it. I got it, Rayback. I will definitely check that out. Once again, I really thank you, man. Thank you. And thanks for, don't ever feel ashamed to remind me, because I guarantee you I forget. My heart is in it to watch everything you guys send me. My heart is there, and my all of it. I just forget. Rock will tell you I forget everything. I'm really bad with that. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying that's what happens. All right, I'm watching the Naughton injury right now while Montreal is on a power play, because I just feel they're not going to score. Tampa Bay, here we go, guys. You know what? I'm going to watch it in between periods. I can't pay attention while I'm watching this. Just remind me to watch it in between periods. Get it out of there. Get it out of there. Minute 20 left on the power play. Brutal goal to allow. Amen, hockey. Hockey, welcome back into the basement, man. Now, Vasilevsky with the save. Big save. They're calling it a dead puck now. But, hockey, but on this particular goal, I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing with a lot of your statement. But this goal here, he did get his stick on it. It just rebounded over him. It just rebounded over his shoulder. He did get his stick on it. And on top of that, how come Radish isn't laying out him anyway? Radish's defense, he just got carried right in there. But overall, yes, the first round exits has been terrible. And sadly, hockey, I believe that we're becoming the stepping stone. Remember the Pittsburgh Penguins? They had won all those cups. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, the Penguins are playing. Oh, you got to play the Penguins in the first round. Oh, you got to play the Penguins. Up 2-0. Oh, there you go. That was a bad goal right there, hockey. There you go. Now I have nothing. 2-0 Canadiens. They become a stepping stone right now, the Lightning. Hockey, I think that's what we're looking at, kind of like with the Penguins. They hadn't gotten past the first round since their last Stanley Cup. Then they didn't make the playoffs. They weren't even getting past the first round. But there was a while teams like, oh, man, we got to play Pittsburgh. We're that now. We are that now. Went to 3 cups in a row, won 2 of them, and since then, first round exit. And one of them was to Toronto. The first round exit we had against Toronto. Toronto hadn't even won a cup. Hadn't even gone past the first round since 2004. Al, I know it, man. This is, but hockey, I agree with you, man. And now, while we were talking, Vasilevsky just gave up a bad goal there. In sync. All right, good. Hockey around. Yeah, I know what you meant. Hey, I lived there for 13 years, hockey. I lived there for 13 years. I was a season ticket holder for the Lightning back when Guy Boucher was the head coach. How about that? Stamkos and Hedman were just coming up, man. LeCavalier, St. Louis was still on the team. Mike Smith was our goalie then. Niittymaki was the backup. Dan Ellis was the third goalie. Then we got going again, and Eisman took over. We started getting the real players. Here we go at the fight. Good. About time Tampa shows some heart. Come on. Let's go. He don't want none of Nick Paul. Corey Perry I missed what happened to him, but someone took a cheap shot at Corey Perry, and he is a definite target no matter where he plays. Tampa is a lightning town too, man. When Jeff Vinnick bought the team, that's when it really turned around, hockey. That's really when it turned around. The atmosphere there, I love going to Amalie Arena. And I grew up going to Madison Square Garden in New York. Like, I grew up going to the Garden. Going to Amalie Arena, man, is just awesome. Being on Channel Side, and they have the game showing outside, and they had the whole atmosphere there is incredible, man. Anytime we get a chance to visit Tampa, I always try to make it to where Tampa's, playing at home. I want to go to a game. I don't get down there very often. We still have some family that live down there, but I'll tell you what, I love going to Amalie Arena. I know it's not Amalie Arena anymore. I still call it that, but I know it's not. I know it's not Amalie anymore, but you know what I mean. I forget way more than I used to. I probably do too, Angus, and that's bad because I was forgetting back then when I thought I was remembering things. Who knows with this series, Al? You know what, Al? It takes a quick goal by Tampa before this. Right now, if you're Tampa, you just got to get a goal before this period's over. Don't give up anymore and at least cut this in half. You got to at least cut it in half. Now let's see what's going on here. That was not intentional hit on Corey Perry. I just assumed it was because a lot of players hate Corey Perry. That one wasn't intentional, but let's see what they call. It's probably just going to be a 2-minute. It's not going to be 4. Personally, it's incidental. I don't think there should be any penalty on Montreal. It's incidental. I don't see where Montreal should get a penalty on this. Hold on, let's see. Hold on, he's about to give the call. I don't know, Stella. We're trying to figure it out. What is taking so long? Hockey. They're not. I mean, you know what's sad is I really think they're playing as best as they can play right now, and they're just getting outplayed. They're playing as hard as they can play, and it's getting outplayed. All 4 go to the box for fighting, yes, but there was no penalty on the Corey Perry hit, and there shouldn't have been. It was incidental. What is going on now? Oh, come on. He lifts the puck and gets hit, and it goes into the stands. He didn't do that on purpose. Oh, that's a crappy call, man. He's going around the boards, and as he gets hit, he's going to pass the puck, and because of the hit, it got lifted into the stands, and he gets a penalty for that? Come on, that's whack. That's – I wanted to end in overtime right now, Palinko. I'm going for the Lightning, obviously, or if we get lucky, yes, we can win it. We can win it. What are you doing? Oh, Tampa's going for a shorty there, but they got stopped. Yeah, we can win it in regulation, come back. All they got to do now is cut this in half going into the end of the period. At least get a goal. Make it 2-1. That'll calm everything down a little bit. I mean, Montreal is just electric right now. And I'm talking about the team, let alone the fans. Oh, my gosh, man. That almost went in. One minute left in the power play and counting. Tampa doesn't have any excuse now to get out for the first. Yep. Yeah, Montreal is playing on fire. They are playing with passion, man. Tampa Bay is playing. They're like in survival mode right now. They got to be aggressive as hell. You don't want to go down 3-1. 2-0 is not insurmountable. Go, Gensel, go, 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 go. Just put it on net. I mean, we're shorthanded. We're shorthanded. Just keep playing keep away right now. They're playing keep away. Tampa's playing keep away. Kill that clock. 14 seconds. They're going to get out of this. 10 seconds left in the power play, and it's in Montreal zone. Yeah, Perry's older too, by the way, Al. Corey Perry's been around a long time. But good. They killed off the power play. Yeah, he's – man, they just get – Montreal, just every shot I feel is like it's going to go in on us. At the bottom of the screen, Canadiens 2, Bolts nothing. The bottom of the screen. Stray stick. Yeah, shoot it. I got hit in the face. It wasn't even on purpose. You would think it would because everybody hates Corey Perry. But they're up against the boards, and the Montreal player just kind of got turned around and hit Perry in the face. It wasn't even, I mean, no penalty called on him, and there shouldn't have been. 2-0 Montreal now. Man, am I that far behind? I don't drink anymore, Palenko. I am an alcoholic. I don't drink. But yes, I think you could. I don't know. Does anybody drink live on streams? I don't know. I mean, I bet if they do, they probably put in something else. But yeah, I don't drink anymore, man. I am an alcoholic. I told these guys that a long time ago. Yeah, I don't drink anymore. When I did, I blamed my New York Jets for that alcohol problem. I was a big Jack Daniels drinker, and I mean a big one. So, but no, I don't drink anymore. In answer to your question, I don't know. Do guys drink live on streams? I don't know. I don't watch a whole lot of other people. I watch some, but not a whole lot. Way back, good point. I turned my hat forward this period. Look what's happened. Man, way back, maybe you're right. Maybe I should have left it backward. All right, we'll try that again. By the way, I don't believe in any of these superstitions, but I can't argue that point. At the start of the period, I turned it forward for the Lightning to start scoring. See? That's why I believe this stuff doesn't work. But I'll turn it back, way back. We'll see what happens. Amen, hockey. Amen. I mean, can you honestly say they're not playing hard out there right now? I can't. I think Tampa's playing very hard. I really think Tampa's playing as hard as they can play. So your statement here is correct. I don't see anybody slack. Do you? Do you see anybody slacking out there for Tampa? I don't. Even on the power play, they just killed. They tried to get a shorty. Gensel went all. I mean, I don't see anybody slacking. That's what's scary, is that we can't even find an excuse like, hey, they're not even trying. I think they're trying 100%. Brandon Hagel is a guy, for instance, that never slacks. So, oh, me too, Palenko. That was a cheesy penalty, man. That was really penalty. Yep, I agree. They got to keep in the game. They can't vote. That's right. They got to. That was a terrible call. That was a terrible call. And you guys know, there's times I don't think Montreal should have gotten a penalty at times either. That was done. He got hit, and the puck is just making a pass. So when he gets hit, it gets flipped into the crowd. So that goes back to the point Manav, I think, made that – somebody made it here that the refs want the Canadian team staying in it, which makes sense for ratings. But come on, man, call the game fair. Come on, James, bring it up. Cut this lead in half. There's 2:55 left in the period. Get a goal somehow. Somehow cut this in half. Let's go, guys. Come on. 14 shots for Montreal, 13 for Tampa. I know, Stella. This is insane. Hockey. 1 second, man. 1 second. Lightning have 24 comeback wins, third most in the NHL. Well, let's see if that comes about. We're at the point of them having to type this up to remind Lightning fans that, hey, They had a lot of comebacks during the regular season. Well, okay. They don't even have a goal right now. Good hit. Oh, that was a big hit. That's what you do to start the team. Let's go. Whoa, he leveled him. What a hit. Put the icing on the cake and score here. Slafkovsky got banged out again. If nothing else, the Lightning have been beaten up on him. The Lightning have been beaten up on poor Slafkovsky, man. Crozier laid him out. Look at that hit. Bang. Oh, my gosh. Now, if you did that in the NFL, there'd be 500 flags. There'd be penalties, suspensions, and it's legal. Now we got a power play. What a hit. Woo. Is he? Oh, wow, I didn't know that. Oh, wow, okay, wait, well, there's your answer. Yeah, look at that, Palenko. It was the hat's fault all along. I did turn it forward. I love seeing Slafkovsky getting laid out. After Brandon Hagel laid him out, and he thinks he's a big, tough guy, and Tampa Bay at least has been beating up on him. Good hit. Now we got to score on this power play and ice the cake. Let's see if this works, guys. You wanted me to put it back on backwards. Let's see if it works. Let's see if that works. It was one of my favorite St. Louis. Woo! They keep showing it, too. Up. Really? Wow. I believe it. Montreal just had better creativity. Oh, wait a second. I'm sorry, man. Youngest team in the league. If Tampa can't beat them now, they aren't beating them in the playoffs for many years, Bar. They got to reset. They've been adding players here and there, hockey, but yeah. I'm sorry, man. I pulled your statement up and didn't read it. I do that a lot in here, and it's not on purpose. Come on, you guys got to ice after a big hit like that? So much for that power play. Tripping. Now we got 4-on-4. Come on, man. You shoot yourself in the foot. Hold on. Oh, yeah, he did. Four-on-four hockey, guys, for a minute and a half, and then we'll have 30-second power play for Montreal after that. They got to probably have to do a reset, and it's time to move on and get a goalie. Make Vasilevsky either the backup here, or how many teams would love to have a Vasilevsky as your backup goalie? A lot of teams would love to have a player. He doesn't have to play every day, and if you get in a deep, hardcore situation, the guy has seen everything. Now, that's a guy at this point of his career that should be a backup. Any team, a contending team would take Vasilevsky as a backup. But it's time for Lightning to get a new goalie in there and make a couple of changes. I agree. 4-on-4 hockey. Let's go. Get it out of our zone for starters. Come on, guys. Minute left in the second period. A minute 3, technically. Shoot it. Man, I don't understand. Tampa Bay does not shoot the puck and play rebounds. Boom! Boom, 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 boom. There it is. That's what I was saying. That's what I was calling for. 2-1. It's the hat. Maybe it is the hat. Should I start buying into this? Should I start buying into this? 2-1. That's what I'm talking about right there. Maybe that big hit was the turnaround for the Bolts. I know, Stella. I know. I can't believe she hasn't flown over here yet. Let's go. They definitely have been showing better creativity for sure. Oh, dude, hockey. How disappointing is that? Kucherov had a monster season. Where has he been? What does he have, 1 goal? I think he scored 1 goal, and then took like 16 playoff games for him to do that. And Braden Point, where is he? Gensel finally gets a goal. Speaking of players, where are they? Yep. Oh, the hit was legit. That was a monster hit. Yeah, the ref is – I don't get it. It seems like they're calling really ticky-tacky. Technically, it's a penalty kind of penalties. You know what I mean? Let the guys play, man. Technically, that's a cross-check. I mean, come on. Go Point. Speaking of Point, here we go. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh. What? Oh, I see what's going on in this fellow. How did he not? What a save by Dubas. Dobish, man, what? Oh, my gosh, man, what an ending to the period. Boy, we almost tied that thing up. Well, it's just getting crazy out here, guys. Crazy. Wow. Yep, told you, JB. I guess you did way back. I guess you did. Come on, let's find a way. Yep, that's what I was saying, Andre. Got to cut the lead in half before the end of the second period. You got to at least cut it out. So the momentum changed on the big hit by Crozier on Slavatsky, and I mean massive hit. And then we score a goal after that. Momentum swinging. And then Wayback says I should turn my hat backwards, and here we are. Boltstein, yep, keep the hat back. I'm going to pin that one, Al. I'm going to pin that one. Keep the hat back. I will keep the hat back. And by the way, guys, before I take a quick break, I'm watching this Naughton injury right now, guys. Right now. I promised I'd watch it. I'm watching it right now before I take a quick break. You guys could probably hear it because I'm playing it, so you guys know I'm watching it. All right, hold on. Ooh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. How did he not? Oh, my gosh. He's lucky he's not paralyzed. Oh. Oh, that is scary. That is scary. How is he? What's the report on him? How is he? Oh, guys, by the way, Palinko and hockey. I'm putting the hold on. I thought I was. I'm putting the link to my Discord in the for those that aren't a part of it, which probably is just Palinko and hockey. Join, man. Join the Discord with us, man. We're always talking in there. Hockey. Right there. Boom. Boom. Hagel. Brandon Hagel is the heart and soul of this team, man. 100%. Heart and soul of this team. 100%. Yes. Moser and Gensel. Yes. 100%. Moser, look at him. And when we won that game in overtime, you know what? They didn't think he was going to be the guy taking the shot. He took a chance, took a shot on net goal. I agree with you on that, hockey. Hedman definitely bailed. He definitely bailed. It's time to move on from these guys. Like I told you, when I lived in Tampa and Guy Boucher was the head coach, took over after Barry Melrose, LeCavalier and St. Louis were kind of on the different ends of their career, right? but they held on to them a little bit too long. Then Stamkos came up and Hedman had come up. It's time to move on. Mike Smith, they moved on from him, and Niedermaki and all these goalies. Then they brought in Dwayne Rollison. Remember Dwayne Rollison hockey? I don't know how old you are, but Dwayne Rollison came in. Great goalie. I mean, not a great of all time, but a solid goalie, right? Went with the Oilers, was with the Islanders. Then they brought in Ben Bishop. Then Vasilevsky came up. Yzerman did all the right things. But you got to do these things again. We got to do these things again. Apparently he's okay. All right, good. That is awful. Absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. Guys, I'll be right back. That is awful, man. That was scary. Wow. We're back, guys. We are back. Can't watch it again because, oh, yeah, I just read that. There's the Discord, guys, for you too. Hockey, oh, brother, do I remember Rolo? My other team is, oh, my gosh, really? That's funny because I'm a born and raised New York Ranger fan. Well, we lived in Tampa for all those years, like I said, and I was a season ticket holder, and they grew on me, so Tampa's my 1A. I get what you're going. But anyway, that Game 7 you're talking about, I see that here. Game 7, Boston versus Tampa Bay, Eastern Conference Finals, 2011, 1-0 Boston. 1-0 Boston. Nathan Horton scored the winning goal, I believe, in that third period. Dwayne Rolison versus Tim Thomas. That was probably one of the greatest Eastern Conference Final games I've ever seen. Great shout out on that. Rolison, these are the kind of moves I'm talking about. Bringing in a seasoned veteran like Dwayne Rolison. He was a gamer. He was a butterfly goalie. He doesn't get the credit that he deserves for being a butterfly goalie that he is. Incredible time. But that game was so tight. Correct me if I'm wrong, Hockey, but I think it was Nathan Horton that scored the game winner in the third period in that series. Boy, that was some game, man. Rolison and Tim Thomas were going back and forth. And then, of course, Boston went on in 2011 to beat Vancouver, which wasn't nearly the series it should have been like it was against Tampa. That was the real series that year. Tampa versus Boston. That was the real Stanley Cup final to me. That was a tremendous series. Could have gone either way. And, I mean, Roberto Luongo and the Sedin brothers, Vancouver just, to me, they weren't. The Eastern Conference teams, to me, guys, it always seems to be the rougher teams than the West. The West always has the faster teams, and the East has the rougher teams, right? That's the way it's always been. So, and by the way, it's just kind of interesting because I hate the Islanders with a passion. That Dwayne Rolison and Roberto Luongo made all these waves, but never did it for the Islanders. The Islanders got rid of guys like that. I love it. Roberto Luongo started with the Islanders. Anyway, I have a few errands to run, guys. Catch you all soon. There you go, way back. Thank you for everything, man. I'm going to watch that press conference. I got it locked in. I'm going to watch that press conference way back. 2:44 before the third period gets underway. But thanks as always, way back. It's been great. Hockey, I believe you're correct. My main memories. Andrew, behind his own. I mean, I'm good with remembering a lot of things right down to the play-by-play. I probably don't remember that part, but I remember Nathan Horton scold because, man, I wanted the Lightning to win that game and roll. How much more could you expect out of these two goalies? Someone's got to lose, right? What a tremendous – I'm glad you brought that up, man. That's a great – even though loss, it's a great memory. But, I mean, if the Lightning played the Rangers, which they did in 2022, when the Rangers had a really good young team, we were up 2-0 in that series, and then, for whatever reason, took the foot off the gas and let the then back-to-back champion Lightning beat us. But I was like, all right, I didn't go have a feeling for the Lightning at all because I grew up in New York. I'm a Ranger fan. But the Lightning are my 1A. I love the Lightning. Outside of the Rangers, I go for the Lightning over any team. Going to the Amalie Arena, I know it's called something different now, but when I was there, it was Amalie. Just tremendous. I only lived 20 minutes. I lived in Brandon, Hockey. I lived in Brandon. So I was right there. We got on the Selman, boom, right at the games. All right at the games, man. I mean, I could have ridden Adamo in. 60, Adamo. I could have ridden that all the way in and gone through Ybor and the whole thing to get into Channel Side. But usually it was easier to take the Selman, man. And it was so easy to get into the game and get out of the games. Getting ready to get this underway. There she is. I knew Stella would be flying over sooner or later. She's been playing with all her toys in her aviary this whole time. I knew eventually she would fly over to say hello. Yeah, it was Horton because that was part of what hit me when they got concussed against Vancouver in the final. Yep. It was Nathan Horton. I remember it, man. My teams, I remember the wins and the losses. And that one sticks in my mind as much as when Tampa beat Henrik Lundqvist and the Rangers in 2015 before the Lightning went on and played the Chicago Blackhawks, that little dynasty team that they eventually lost to. But Lundqvist was like Mr. Game 7. It was in New York. Like that. That's my heartbreaking. Like, oh, of course I went for Tampa after that. But Game 7 in New York, like Lundqvist doesn't lose those games. He doesn't lose those games. And we lost. That was another tremendous Eastern Conference final game that I saw. That, like you, I wasn't really torn, though, because I love the Lightning, and I love them, man. But the Rangers are always my team. I don't have a secondary team in basketball. It's the Knicks, and if there's a good playoff game going on somewhere else, I'll watch it. But 4-on-4 for 5 seconds, and then I believe Montreal's going to get a 30-second power play right now. Montreal is on it. Let's go, guys. Kill this off, and let's get another goal to tie this up, and I'm being Johnny Obvious right now. Johnny Obvious is talking. Good. Killed that down. One second, Hockey. Oh, sorry, Al. See, I do that a lot. I'll click on a thing, and then I go past it. So I got to stop doing that. I'll click on the next comment, look at the TV, and then go past it. Al, when was the Rangers' best golden era? Just looking for some history in my hockey deep dive. Back in the early days, the Rangers only have 4 cups. 4. They've been around since 1926. Their early days, the golden era for the Rangers really was like the 30s and 40s. They've always been a solid team in the 70s. They were a solid team in the 80s. The worst time in their history was when the newfound New York Islanders came along and started beating the Rangers in the playoffs and then won 4 cups in a row in the 80s. And they were a dominant Islander team. The Rangers last won in 1994. That's Mike Richter. That was our winning goalie back then. It was against Vancouver in 7 games. We've had tremendous goaltending. Henrik Lundqvist should have been given a cup. I mean, they definitely should have gotten a cup with him. So there's no real, like, New York Yankees type golden era. The Rangers have, like, if you know the song Jerry Was a Race Car Driver, the Rangers were kind of like that. You never really finished in first, but you never came in last. I know they're last now, but I mean, they're never a perpetually great team, and they're never like a bad team for very long. They're just kind of there, but they have 4 cups. So there's no real, the early days, 30s, 40s. I'll put it this way, when they won in 1994, it was like 54 years since they had won a cup. So I'll put it to you like that, Al. And right now we're at 32 years since their last cup. They've been in 1 Stanley Cup since then, and that was in 2014 when they lost to the Los Angeles Kings in 5 games, but it was a lot closer than losing 4 games to 1. A lot of those games went to overtime. Jonathan Quick versus Henrik Lundqvist, 2 Hall of Fame goalies. So, all right, Tampa on the power play now. This is just going back and forth. We could have had a recent golden era right now. I mean, with Igor Shesterkin, the greatest goalie in the game, and he's up for a Vezina. The Rangers finished in last. He's up for a Vezina trophy. He's probably not going to get it. But, I mean, goodness gracious, he averaged 2.2 goals against average with a .913 save percentage on a last-place team. He's the winningest goalie since he came in the league. Come on, Gensel, let's go. Get one in here, guys. Boom, 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 boom. 2-2. Let's go. Who's that, Hockey? Brandon Hagel, captain. He should be the captain of this team. Heart and soul of the team. Brandon Hagel. 2-2, guys. Uh-oh, it's getting quiet at the Bell Center. It's getting quiet at the Bell Center. Scarring memory, I was in the building for against the Blackhawks. Against Taze and Patrick Kane and Brent Seabrook and Corey Crawford, and that was some team they had, though. They won in 2010, 13, and 15. I know they beat the Lightning at 15, man. But, yeah, that 2 goals in 17 seconds was painful. Hockey, that's painful. I'm not far from there at all. From what is it called now? I always forget. It's really bad, but I still call it the Amalie. I still call Giant Stadium, MetLife. I still call it Giant Stadium. I know the Jets play there. I'm a diehard Jet fan. It's really sad. I grew up in a Giants household, and that was my big rebellion. I'm going to be a Jets fan. At the time, the Jets were a great team. Joe Klecko and Gastineau and Abdul Salam and those guys, the sack exchange. But anyway, I still call it Giant Stadium. The Lightning this playoff have 3 game-tying goals in the third period. That is the most in the NHL. I know, Stella. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right, Tampa's 17 shots to Montreal's 15, 2-2. Montreal in our zone. Do not give up a goal right after we came back. Come on, Vazzy. Stay in there. Hang in there. Steve, Boston is winning against Philadelphia 104-78, even when Embiid is hampering that team probably, Steve. And I would expect Boston to beat Philly. I do not like Philly teams, but I like Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey is a great player. And he's a great guy. He's great in his community. I like the players that get in with the fans and their community. Tyrese Maxey's the only player I like on Philly. Let's stay down there. Keep him down there. Come on. Let's go. It's the hat, guys. You must be right. It's the hat. It's the hat. I turned it backward and we tied the game. I don't believe in these superstitions, but it's hard to argue what just happened today. Kucherov Gensel. I don't even know what that stat said. Who cares? It's 2-2. I tried to catch it before it went off screen. Let's stay on him. Stay on him. 16:30 left in the third period. Oh, thanks, man. Stella, yeah, she just turned 1 in February. She is awesome. I spoil her, man. She is spoiled. She's awesome. Yep, but I do. I spoil her. That's why she – Montreal bringing it back out. 16:04 left in the third period. Come on. This game's not going to overtime. Somebody's winning this thing in regulation. Andre, 1 second. Johnny, do you remember the Hart? Of course. The Hartford Whalers became the Phoenix Coyotes, I believe, which is now the Utah Mammoth. Right. Quebec Nordiques became the Avalanche. Hartford became the Phoenix Coyotes. I think, Andre, I might be wrong on that, but I think they became the Coyotes. Anybody want to correct me on that or tell me if I'm right? I think I'm right. The problem with Hartford, Andre, was that they were in between New York and Boston, and they didn't get enough fan base. Because a lot of Connecticut is New York or Boston fans before they are the Hartford Whaler fans, and I believe that was the problem with them. Al, hello. Yes, 2-2. Boom, 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 boom. Say it, Stella. Eventually she's going to say it. With all that roster, too, is Dave Boland of all people. Hey, you know what? Sometimes it happens that way, hockey. Remember back in 2003, switching to baseball fast? Well, not A-Rod, not Gary Sheffield, not Derek Jeter, but Aaron Boone hit the game series winning home run against the Boston Red Sox. Aaron Boone. Like, sometimes weird things like that happen. Thank you, Benchmark International. It's just Amalie to me, man. It's just Amalie. It always will be Amalie to me. But thank you. And my man Lou, that's usually on here in the chat or comes on with me as a co-host at times, good friend of mine. He always tells me it's Benchmark now, and I always forget. I mean, I don't live in Tampa anymore. It's Amalie to me. But thank you. Shoot it! He shot it. Got saved, though. Back hard on. Yeah, Corey Perry is definitely tough. He may be hated by a ton of people, but you love him when he's on your team. I promise you. Yeah, he's tough. Corey Perry is a tough dude, and he is a target for most of his career. So you got to be tough when you're a target. And he brings it upon himself, and he has no shame about it. He is a definite agitator, and I'm going to check myself on that Hartford Whaler thing. No, Stella. No, don't chew my hat. Don't chew my hat. Oh, they became the Carolina Hurricanes. My bad. My bad, guys. My bad. They became the Hurricanes. All right. Well, hey, we're in the basement. I don't know everything. Stay on them. I know Winnipeg Jets became the Atlanta Thrashers, and then they went. Maybe Winnipeg became the Phoenix Coyotes, which are now the Mammoth. And the Atlanta Thrashers went back and became Winnipeg. That's how it was. Winnipeg became the Phoenix Coyotes. That's who became them. Boy, Canadiens in our end. 13 minutes left in the period. Shot on net. Save Vasilevsky. Oh, boy. I thought that rebound was going in. Get it out of there, guys. You would think Montreal is on a power play right now. I know. You're not going to get that. I know, Stella. Oh, hockey. I hold on. What would you get it out of there, please? You would think Montreal is on a power play. I would tell you this much, hockey. Not the diehard Knick fans, but those casual Knick fans that you see outside the Garden when we win one game against the Atlanta Hawks in round one in April. You would think we won the finals. All these casual fans that want to be on social media and get clicks I bet you they don't even know who's on the bench for the Knicks, let alone be able to name the starting five. Those fans, I will tell you, are the most irritating. As a diehard Knick fan for 40-something years now, they are – I don't see the Celtics fans being worse than them. They're awful. They're awful. Look at my TikTok page that I just started. Oh, I should put that in here too. I commented on that. It's terrible. It's terrible. People are like, oh, they're just fans. No, they're not. Those are casual fans. Real fans don't celebrate a 1-0 lead in round one, in game one, in April. You don't stand outside the Garden and jumping up and down like you just won the finals, man. I mean, come on. So I will tell you, I think those casual New York fans are the worst. The casuals. It's an upcoming tradition. Well, Angus, it's hard for me to argue the superstition of the hat right now. I don't believe in it still, but I got to tell you, I've been a little shaken. Been a little shaken by it. Little shaken. I know, Stella. I don't want to believe it, but I got to tell you, tonight it really worked that way. I don't know what to tell you. Thank you, hockey. I had to really think about that. So Winnipeg was the one that went to Phoenix. That's got to be it. And then the Atlanta Thrashers came along, which Chris Chelios probably wants to forget ever playing for them. That was the end of his career. I mean, that was at the end of his career. But then they became the Winnipeg Jets. Winnipeg before the hat. If Winnipeg isn't the one that became the Phoenix Coyotes, then I don't know who did. Come on. What I do know is that Tampa Bay is trying to score right now and take a lead here. Let's go. We are in their zone for over 40 seconds now. Stella, you're about to go back to your aviary, baby. Shoot it. Put it on net. What are they passing for? It keeps getting broken up. I mean, I get the concept, but come on. Montreal finally cleared it. Come here, baby. Good girl. All right, Tampa's bringing it back in. Hold on. Gonsalves with the puck. Hold on. I don't want to move back to her aviary yet without – I'll miss the goal. And I feel like a goal is coming. Oh, Montreal bringing it the other way. Oh, hold on, guys. Hold on. I got it. Here, baby. Shots of 17-16 in favor of Tampa, 2-2. Just under 10 minutes left, just halfway through the period. I was right on that one. Good. And Nordiques became the Avalanche, and then the Avalanche started winning cups. So good. Because after that, I wouldn't have known who did it. Yeah, Hartford, I totally forgot they went to Carolina. My bad. No, they never won the cup as the Whalers. They won the cup as the Carolina Hurricanes in 2006 with Peter Laviolette as their head coach and Rod Brind'Amour. Rod Brind'Amour, their current head coach, was a player on that Carolina team. No, they never won in Hart. Right, there you go, 2006. Isn't that funny how teams leave and then win a championship when the other, like the Quebec Nordiques? Eric Lindros refused to play there. Patrick Waugh never, they all went to Colorado. Adam Foote and Joe Sakic and Peter Forsberg and Claude Lemieux going from the Devils over to the Avalanche. And my man, John Van Beesbrook, who the Rangers got rid of for Mike Richter, which was a hard pick, took the Florida Panthers on his great goaltending, took the Florida Panthers to their first ever Stanley Cup, and they got swept by the Avalanche in 1996. But it was a tremendous – it wasn't like a traditional, like they got killed in every game. Van Beesbrook was the best player on that team. Best player on that team, that Panther team. So, and I like the Bees, man. Growing up a Ranger fan, I like the Bees, man. He was a great, great goalie, but I understand why they took Richter. It was a hard choice for them, but hey, Van Beesbrook went to Florida and got a chance to win a cup there, but that Colorado Avalanche team was a steamroller. The Browns becoming the Baltimore Ravens, win a Super Bowl. I mean, it's crazy. For the World Cup, all the stadium names are whitewashed. New York Stadium, LA Stadium. Really? Oh, I didn't know that. All right, Angus. Angus is our soccer ambassador, for those that don't know. The Blues almost moved to a Western Canadian province in the 80s. That would have been really? I didn't know that. Didn't know that. And up until if Buffalo doesn't win the Stanley Cup this year, then to me, the St. Louis Blues still have the best turnaround in NHL history. They were in last place in 2019. Last place at the end of January, and they won the Stanley Cup. If Buffalo wins the Cup this year, that is the greatest turnaround of all NHL history. Right now, they are the greatest turnaround in the regular season, for sure. They win the Cup, that'll beat St. Louis. But to be dead last and not even thought about at the end of January and win the Cup, man, that's tremendous. Yes, Al, 100%. We are – now Tampa's on the power play, hats on backwards, we're focused. Stella's in an aviary watch, and we're going to go crazy. Oh, Kucherov with a shot right. That's what I'm talking about. Shoot the puck. Play the rebounds. Thing about Hartford and Carolina is the same with me with Seattle and OKC. I like the old – me too. I mean, people forget Kevin Durant was a Seattle Supersonic. He was drafted by the Sonics. And he played for the Sonics, for 1 year, I think. Patrick Ewing. Come on, Patrick Ewing right there. Right there, dunking on Rodman, right there. Played for the Sonics. That was a shame when they let him go. I mean, shoot it! He took his time, and it can't take. I don't even know what to say to that. Kucherov was taking his time like he was out, in warm-ups to take a shot. Oh, dirty hit on. That's got to be a major. He drove Kucherov dead into the boards, man. Come on. That's got to be a major. Oh, wow. This should be an immediate 5-on-3. Yeah, Steve, I'm with you on that one. I'm old school, man. Let me see this hit again. Major penalty. That's right. Look at this cheesy shot. Now, he took it from Kucherov. Kucherov was like acting like he was on warm-ups taking shots. He just took it from him. Now, watch this hit. Very vulnerable position, and look what he does here. Look at Marty St. Louis, the coach of the Canadiens, famous Lightning player. He's like this, right? He looked like that. He knows that was a cheesy shot. Two-minute minor. A 2-minute minor? John Cooper, rightfully so, our head coach, is flipping out. A 2-minute minor? That's a major right there, man. That's a major. You know what's going to happen? Corey Perry or Brandon Hagel is going after Evans. That's happening, and that's happening soon. Get ready for the fight. Get ready for the fight. It's coming. But right now we got a 5-on-3. We got a 2-man advantage for the next minute and 11 seconds. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, Al, power play. Manav, I knew you'd come back. You always come back, Manav. We knew it. Every time you say goodnight, Manav always comes back. OG cellar dweller. Al, it's a hard choice, Al. I love the Lightning with all my heart, but I love the Rangers more. I grew up a Ranger fan. I'm loyal to my teams, but the Lightning are definitely there. We got 5-on-3 right now. And because I went to so many Lightning games. Come on, guys. Don't let 5-on-3 breaking this up. We got another minute of 5-on-3. We got to be a Johnny Obvious. Take advantage. Score a goal. A whole lot of passing going on. Dobish with the save. Radish with a 93-mile-an-hour shot. It is a tough choice. The Rangers got the greatest goalie in the game. They're going to make a lot of changes this offseason. They have to. They have to get rid of their dead weight. Speaking hockey of teams with dead weight with older players, they got to get rid of them. There's disgruntled guys. There's guys that don't want to be there. We got a good core of young players. The Rangers played better at the end of the season with their young guys going at it. Shoot it, Cooch. You of all people should get that in. He should get the goal to take the lead. Montreal, even down 2 men, is just they're attacking the attackers. That was a bad pass. Now they 5-on-3, and we're going to blow this. Yeah, Manav, I heard the Celtics wrecked the 76ers. Braden Point, 4 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Shoot it. Kucherov, you should be the one that scores this goal. 5-on-4 now for another 40 seconds. Montreal gets a player back. 5-on-4 now. Man, Tampa, you cannot. You know, it's funny. Montreal had a 5-on-3 earlier, and they didn't score either. But we got 30 seconds left on this power play. Come on. Pulling your hair out to winning it all. Wild season, yeah. So, like I said, unless Buffalo wins the cup, that still, to me, would be the greatest turnaround. Corey Perry drives right to the net. Didn't score, got knocked over. That's what I'm talking about. Get in there. Boy, the Lightning blew this 5-on-3 power play. Blew it. And by the way, that should have been a major on Evans. They should have another 2 minutes of a power play out here. Full strength. Back to full strength. I know, Stella, they blew it. They really could have taken a commanding lead. 6:20 now. Woo! What? Oh, my gosh. They almost scored. Canadiens, I mean. Oh, my gosh. Come on. Calgary or Edmonton? Hey, I watch Ice Road Truckers. I know that city from that show. Holy crap, man. Get it out of there. The Canadiens are all over our zone right now. 5:38 left in the third. No team has ever gone for their first 4 games to overtime in a playoff series ever. I agree. It's weird. I don't know why it ever left. Seattle's a good sports town. I don't know why they left. Who knows? I mean, even the Seattle Kraken, the hockey team's been around a few years now. They get a good crowd. The Mariners have a great following. The Seahawks have a great following. So, and before they won the Super Bowl, I mean, back when the Seattle was an AFC team. Come on. Let's go. Let's get this goal. And I hear you. Boom, 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 boom. And hockey, who was that? Brandon Hagel. Brandon Hagel. The guy, you're right. He should be the captain. He should be the captain of this team. Brandon Hagel is the heart and soul of this squad. He does the fighting. He does the hard hits. He doesn't back down. He scores the big goals. He took the goal to get us. Look at that. He took a big hit as he scored the goal. What a shot. And he tipped it in. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, it got quiet at the Bell Center. Oh, it got quiet. It got really quiet. Wonder what happened. What happened? This is great. Now hold on for 4 minutes and 53 seconds. And Angus, I always hear you. I never want overtime, Angus. And what does GB, our other great Aussie follower, say? Johnny in the overtime. When I do baseball, we go to extra innings. When I do basketball, we go to overtime. I will be back for the Knicks on Tuesday night at 8 o'clock Eastern time. I don't think the Lightning are playing again until Wednesday. They better not be playing the same. Oh, let me check that right now while we're talking about it. Hold on, guys. They better not be playing on the same night. I just thought about this. What's the 29th? Tampa game. This is game 4. Tampa Canadiens game 5 and Tampa April 29th. Boom! They're on Wednesday. Wednesday. Thank goodness the Knicks and the Lightning aren't on the same day. Because I would have done both games. I've done it before, and I don't want to do it. I want to focus on one. Another Aussie dweller, Cullen. Cullen's in the basement. Cullen is in the basement. What's going on, Cullen? Good to have you in, man. Al, have you not enjoyed this or what? Boom, 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 boom. Welcome back, Tampa. It's the hat. It's hard for me to argue the superstition now. I had the hat backward in the first period. Nothing happened. I turned it forward in the second period. We go down 2-0. Then you guys had me turn it backward, way back, and Al. We score right away, 2-1. Almost score at the end of the second period. Then we go 2-2 in the third. Now we're up 3-2, and all of it with the hat backwards. I don't have a good argument for not believing in that today, but it's kind of like people that say, I don't believe in ghosts, but they have that one day we're like, oh, wow, what was that? I'm just going to leave it at that for now. It's hard for me to buy into that, but I'm leaving it at that for now. Colin, everybody saying what's up? You guys need them refs. The ones that have been favoring Montreal this whole game? That one? The ones that have been favoring Montreal, letting them get away, like when the Montreal guy hit Yanni Gourde as he was passing the puck, but his hit, inadvertently made the puck go into the stands, and we got called for intentionally putting the puck in the stands? You mean like that? Those refs that have been helping your team? Okay. Assuming you're going for the Canadiens. And you don't have to put everything in caps, man. You don't have to put everything in caps. You can come in here and talk. You can go for the Canadiens. That's okay. You're not the only guy in here going for Montreal, by the way. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at your team for choking away a lead, and the game's not over yet. Are you still mad from the Lightning beating the Canadiens for the Stanley Cup? Maybe you're mad about that, which I would understand, because we won that in 5. Good hit. Who was that? Brandon Hagel. 4 minutes left. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's get it. That was tripping. Look at that. Your team just got away with tripping. Good to hear Cullen. I'm not bad, Cullen. Boom, 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 boom. Yes. Go Bolts. We got to hang in there now for 350. Kaboom. Kaboom. There you go, Angus. Kaboom. Oh, you got to be kidding. Good job, refs. Bolts. Oh, feeling the anger. Oh, your team has been favored the entire time, dude. I never blame refs for a game. I would blame my team. I'd blame my team choking away a 2-0 lead. Did the refs play goal? Did they play goal? Did the refs play defense? Blaming the refs is lame, dude. It's lame. It sucked the air out of Montreal. That's right. Hey, look, man, a lot of Montreal fans are pissed that Lightning dominated them for the Stanley Cup championship a few years ago. They're pissed about that because they got humiliated there. So I understand the anger. I understand it. I get it. If I'm a Montreal fan, I want to beat Tampa just for that alone. Here comes Hagel again. Stick broke. How to autocorrect jumps on everything except the typo. Right. All right, here you go. Also, bad news for the Lions. Oscar Allen is, I know. I heard about that, Code. I heard about that. Yep. I heard about that, man. The Lions will be okay. They'll be okay. All right, here we go. Of course, the Lightning have to give up a power play for the last 2 minutes. Need that. Well, both teams had a 5-on-3, and neither team scored on it. Montreal had a 5-on-3. The Tampa had a 5-on-3. Neither team scored on it. Keep quiet, AC 1304, please. Oh, Stella's ready for these last 2 minutes. Let's go. Committing hat crimes, right? What a pathetic bunch. Oh, wow. Dude, you got to come in here better than this, man. If you're going to come in here and troll, come in here better than this, man. You're not very good at this. Man. You got to come in here and do better, man. Be better. Blaming the refs. Well, hey, if that's what puts you – what happened when the Lightning beat the Habs 4-1 in the Stanley Cup? What about that? You haven't responded to that yet. What about that? What happened there? Is that bad refereeing too? You guys lost in 5. I think that's where the anger's coming from. That we owned you. I think that's where the anger's coming from. We own your team. And we took a cup. Thank you for the cup. Sure, it's true. Bad refereeing. But all you keep saying is bad refereeing, man. How about the shot your guy gave Kucherov in the back and only got a 2-minute minor? Yep. I get it. Hey, I get it. Brad, another Aussie dweller accounted for. Brad's in the base. What's going on, Brad? Stella now says what's up. 2-minute power play to Montreal gets, but there's no bad refereeing there, right? Everything was legit. When Montreal has had more power plays than Tampa has had, but it's legit. I get it. Would never blame the refs for a game. That's what people that don't understand the sport do. 144, Montreal left on the power play. Lightning have to hold on. What's up, Brad? Can't hear what you guys are saying. Can't hear what we're saying, but everybody else can. Okay, we'll see you after the game. No problem, man. The refs keeping you in this series. Boy, you really have nothing else but that. You still haven't answered the Stanley Cup question, though, man. Whose fault was it when we dominated in 5 games? Can't linger on ref decisions. Got to move on. That's right. Fans that blame refs don't watch the game, don't understand the game, have no clue what's going on because they can't handle the fact that your team choked away a lead. That's when the ref blaming comes in. Everything was good save. Everything was fine when they were up 2-0. We didn't hear anything about refs then, did we? When Montreal was up 2-0, did we hear anything about refs? No, not at all. You choke away a lead. Got to be the refs. Can't be our team. When we lose, man. I don't make any excuses. The game should never come down to the ref. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. Step up. Good girl. Good girl. .135 left in Montreal's power play. Come on, Tampa, stay on it. Stay on it. Johnny, I'll bet one day still she will be saying boom, 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 boom. She will be regularly. Yep. Get on him, Chernak. Get on him. Get on him. Exactly. You can't blame games on a ref. Do refs make bad calls at times? Sure. But again, when Montreal was up 2-0, nobody was in here talking about refs. Nobody. Up 2-1 in the series, no one's talking about refs. Oh, but when you blow a 2-0 lead, let's come in here and blame the refs. You have 2-1 series lead at home, and you still haven't lost yet, by the way. The game's still going on. 1:48 left in the third period, 1:14 left on the power play. It's coming down to the wire. It's 6-on-4, by the way, because Montreal has pulled their goalie. Montreal has pulled their goalie. 6-on-4, guys. 54 seconds left on the power play. Saved by Vasilevsky. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. Manav, how are you, my friend? Yes, Manav. I only blame the umpire or ref if it was clearly a costly move like the tuck. Oh, the tuck rule, yeah. But again, it shouldn't come down to that. Your team should be doing more than let it come down to the ref. What do they say in boxing code, right? Never let the boxing go to the judges. Finish the fight within the fight. That's it. 40 years, Stella Bass will be on YouTube. She will be the voice commands of That's right. Montreal calls a timeout. And here she is again. She wants to be front and center. Front and center. Blaming the refs is pathetic. It is, Brad. But this is all this guy seems to have. Gary Bettman keeping you alive. Dude, you got to say more than this, man. You really, if you're going to come in, we've had guys come in here and hate on a team that do it a lot better than you do, man. You're just coming in here saying the same thing. Why weren't you saying this when Montreal was up 2-0? And you still haven't answered the Stanley Cup question when we dominated your team. That's where this anger is coming from. Just be honest. If my team got dominated and embarrassed in the Stanley Cup and lose 4-1, I'd be upset about it too. I would want nothing more than to beat the team that embarrassed us in front of the nation in 5 games. That's where the anger is coming from. At least admit that, and I'll understand, why you keep blaming the refs. Montreal wasted that. They sure did. 51 seconds, 1:23 left in the third period. I don't care that you're here, man. You just got to come with something better than that. That's all. You ain't bothering us. No, Stella, not my glasses. Montreal, 35 seconds. Al, you must be ahead of me if the power play ended already. 6-on-4 still? I know, Stella. We're waiting this out. Yes, Andre, you're allowed 6 guys on the ice. Hagel threw it at the net. It missed. 45 seconds left. Andre, I'll explain it to you in 1 second, man. I'll explain it to you in 1 second. Come here, baby. Come here. I know. Come here. Step up. Good girl. Hold on, guys. Andre, when a team is down like Montreal is by 1 goal and the time is running out, you're allowed 6 players on the ice. You pull your goalie to put an extra attacker on the ice because at this point, you're trying to tie the game. it doesn't matter. The other team goes down and scores. You're willing to take that risk with the little time that's left. You're trying to score at this point. You're almost accepting that you're going to lose. You need the extra attacker, so you're replacing the goalie with an extra attacker on the ice. You just can't let the other team get the puck past you. Well, I guess the game's over. I still have 19 seconds, but I'm looking down here. Hold on, guys. Here we go. It's over now. Boom, 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 boom. Good game, good game. I'm very happy. This has been a great series, guys. Overall, this is, and I said it when the Lightning lost the last game. This has been a great series. Stella has been better than this guy. Yeah, look. We don't mind other people in here that are fans of other teams. We just like good conversation. Come with something more than that. Montreal, to me, has played a tremendous series. This series has been incredible. Montreal has not given up. They have been fighting tooth and nail, and they haven't been in the playoffs in a while. They're fighting tooth and nail. Tampa Bay and Montreal tied in points at the end of the season. I knew, and it's a rivalry game. I knew this was going to be a huge matchup to start. Montreal has been playing their hearts out. They blew the game, but Tampa's an experienced team. Now we go back to Tampa. It was very important for them to win this game. Who is this dude not showing basement qualities? I'm telling you, he's not the worst that we've ever had in here. But it just come with more. Just come with more than talking about refs. Because there's fans of other teams in here, man. This is not all Lightning fans in here. There's fans of other teams in here too. That's the way the basement is. 1 minute to survive. It's over. It's over. Did good, but touched the call. Didn't let it for AI. What a comeback from the Bolts. Oh, well, I can't be mad about that. Right. And Palinko here is going for Montreal. And so is Steve, the Dallas Cowboy fan. He's going for Montreal. Okay. All right. Good game. There you go. Good game. At least subscribe and hit the bell notice and be back here Wednesday. 13:04. Be back here Wednesday at whatever time the game starts. Be here Wednesday because I'm doing the game again. Just come in here with more than that. You can go for Montreal. It's been a great series. You can go for Montreal, man. Just come in here with stuff better. Subscribe and hit the bell notice and come back Wednesday. Young side. Al, you and Andre. Al, I'm excited for you and Andre because you both are enjoying your first hockey experience in the playoffs. You guys are getting a gift. This has been a tremendous series, an absolute tremendous series, from fighting to hard hits to great goaltending by both teams. Just tremendous, man. So Al and Andre, I'm excited for you guys. Tony, good win until the next game. Yes, Tony. Next game is Wednesday. I'll be on Tuesday night for the Knicks. My Knicks are tied. My Knicks tied 2 games apiece with Atlanta. We're back at Madison Square Garden on Tuesday night. I will be on here, guys, at 8 p.m. Eastern time. What I like when you win on the road, you got to celebrate. That's right, Andre. That's right. They got Edmonton against Anaheim right now, which Anaheim has a whole lot of ex-Rangers on the team. Like one of my favorite all-time Rangers, Chris Kreider, is on the Ducks. He looks weird out of a Ranger jersey. Have a good day, guys. Okay, enjoy your work day there, Tony. Oh, Cullen from Australia dropping the hammer. Dropping the hammer. Cullen. They're mad about that, Cullen, and they're mad about Tampa Bay Lightning beating Montreal for the Stanley Cup Championship back in 2020. 4-1. And you know what's funny, Cullen? One of my favorite players, if not my favorite player on the Lightning, Brandon Hagel, was on that Canadian team. Thanks, Johnny and Dwalls. Have a great evening. You too, Angus, and your wish came true. It ended in regulation. What a game. Hey, Johnny, got a ticket. Brad, congratulations. You're seeing 2 great teams. I think that's Seattle versus San Francisco, right? Oh, Brad. Brad, you can have a great time at that. Oh, man, I'm excited for you, man. Thursday morning. Tony, Thursday morning. Al, Thursday. All right, Al. Good. Al, right now, you and Andre, I can't picture doing – I picture you guys dropping everything to watch your first NHL series, especially such a great one as this. All right, Palenko, we'll see you in here too. Palenko, make sure you oh my gosh, we got another one, guys. Thank you for the conversation. Absolutely, Hockey. Welcome to the basement, man. I love it, man. Love that you're here. That's good, man. I'll be back Tuesday for the Knicks, and I'll be back Wednesday for the Lightning again. Playoffs. They suck. 100% agree. Montreal definitely did suck today after that 2-0 lead. Agreed. See you then. Good night. Nice job cheating, Bolts, using the refs to win. All right, Jake the Snake, thank you for that intelligent and inspirational message there. Where were you when it was 2-0 Montreal? I didn't hear you complaining then. Catch you all next time. All right. Refs working for Tampa, lose. Well, you guys are upset about us beating you for the Stanley Cup, right? In 5 games. That's what you're upset about. You're upset because Tampa Bay owns you guys. That's what you're upset about. Didn't see any crying when you guys were up 2 games, 2-1. And 2-0 today. What happened? You guys are up 2-1 in the series. 2-1 in the series. You're at home, can take a 3-1 lead, and you're up 2-0 in the game. That's what happened. That's what happened. Sorry we dominated y'all in the cup, because that's really what this is about. Well done, Brad. Aussie punters with Seattle and San Fran. Calling it clutch. Y'all need some terrible help from the rest crying. Oh, all the Canadian fans. Is that the reason, too? You guys upset from the Olympics, too? Oh, we got them all. Oh, there you go. There you go. Are you talking to your team? I think you're talking to your team. Oh, look at this. Such a rigged game. What happened to the 2-0? What happened to 2-0? Wow, where is Bruin? Oh, my gosh, man. Where is all the guys, man? Oh, this is great. Andre, awesome, man. That is awesome. Good time. Good time. Good time. Oh, my gosh, look at all these baby Canadians coming in here. Where were you guys? You had a 2-1 series lead. What happened? What happened? What happened? Oh, they're all in here. Oh. Hey, guys, at least subscribe if you're going to come in here and moan and cry. At least subscribe. Oh, if you loser. Are you talking to the Canadians? Maybe. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Wow. All right. All good stuff, guys. I live on Canadian tears. Yeah, both scored the second goal off a made-up call, rigged. Oh, okay. Hey, if that makes you feel better, okay. Kucherov is a softie. Okay. You guys are coming in here with some real intelligent stuff. The choke is real. That's what they're not talking about. None of these guys were in here when they were up 2-1 or when they're up 2-0. But the refs play goalie for them, apparently. Yeah, rigged. Okay, rigged. If it was rigged, don't you think they would let me talk to you guys and how smart you guys are. If the game was rigged, you really want to get real? If the game was rigged, why would they rig it for a team like Tampa that doesn't even get national attention in the United States? They would rig it for a Canadian team, Montreal, who will get ratings all across the country in Canada and the United States because they're Montreal, a historically great team who owns the most cups in hockey. They would rig it for them, not for a Tampa team that doesn't get national viewership here in the United States. You guys have no idea what you're talking about. They would rig it toward Montreal, the far more popular team. When I went to Tampa Bay Lightning games in Tampa and they were playing Montreal or Toronto or Edmonton, you would think Tampa Bay was the away team. You would think they were the away team. That's how much the Canadian fans live all over the place. The ratings would be more toward Montreal. So you guys choked. Get over it. This is funny. Why would they rig it for a team that doesn't get national attention in the United States? Tampa Bay does not get national attention. If Tampa Bay made the Stanley Cup and played another team, Let's say they played Utah. That would be the lowest ratings national Stanley Cup that we would ever have. Nobody would watch it except for the fans of those teams. These are the worst trolls to appear. And it really does make sense. Wouldn't you rig it for national attention with a Montreal team over Tampa? Any day. It's not even close. The fan bases aren't even close. So everything's about money. Why wouldn't you just do it for Montreal? You guys choked. Sorry. And sorry for taking the cup in 5 games. Sorry. Paying off the refs now. Okay. All right, good. Thanks for filling me on that, Jake the Snake. You're very intelligent. Night of level 3 trolls. Who beat who in the Olympics? Thank you, Andre. And that's where the other anger is coming from too, apparently. Yep. And Brandon Hagel, who is a Canadian, all about the Lightning. All right, guys, I'm about to get out of here. This is getting boring. Is this the Divers stream? If you're a Canadian fan, it is. Never seen a hockey troll hit before. Good fun. It is a lot of fun, Al. We live on this. Never realized the similarities between Canadian Crows fans. Oh, yeah. But that goes to my point. I'll leave it on that. That's a good one, Cullen. It's like that kind of fan base. I will tell you this, Cullen and Al. Montreal has Toronto diehard fans. They are nationally. Yes, we did. Didn't you love it? Oh, we loved it. Yep, we did. Thanks for recognizing. Again, what you have to tell yourself. Thanks for recognizing. Boom, right there. You all choked in that one, too. Nathan McKinnon can't hit a wide open goal. Do you know that Connor Hellebuck shut your team down? And the New York Rangers are the worst team in hockey, and they put up 5 goals on him. 5, and your team couldn't even score on a wide open net on him. But thank you for recognizing. We do appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. Who won Olympic gold medals? Yep, thank you, Andre. We should relocate the Crows to Toronto. Right. Good night, all. Americans won the gold in 46. I'm going to pin that. Let's pin that and end the night on that one because I love the fact that a Canadian recognizes that we won the gold medal. That is huge. That's huge. Yeah, we're going to pin that. Yep, that's the pin. That's the quote of the day. Recognized from Canada that we won. That we won that gold. Amen. Thank you for that, Jake the Snake. Subscribe and hit the bell notice, man. That was good. That was finally. You said something smart. Appreciate it. Catch you all next time. All right, guys. We are out of here. Is this the country dying? Oh, please. You're going to come in here with politics? This is about sports. I don't do politics in here, man. Get out of here with that. USA, USA, USA. All right, guys, we're out of here. Enough of the complainers and whiners. Boom. Stella says it too. We're out of here, guys. Good night.